Next stop, New York City. Most of the sound factors are already known. The speed of the tape in recording, its playing time, and the sound level required. A fine-grained deposit of nickel. This makes smooth wall grooves. This takes precisely 2 minutes and 40 seconds. They have to be perfect. But this is the point where most people long for a roadmap. You discover unlimited variety, the finest in sound and performance. This takes precisely 2 minutes and 40 seconds. They have to be perfect.
What you get in a hi-fi set is best described as presence, a feeling of life and nearness in the music. Once you've heard high-fidelity reproduction, you'll be hard to satisfy with anything less.
Hello, gamers. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful Thursday. I myself am having a decent Thursday. I got up, I edited a video, yapped with some of you guys for a bit, and now I'm here. I did go see my parents as well, actually. I saw my parents as well. That was good. Alright, gamers. How is everybody? Hello, Reaper. Using your insider trading information to get here before everybody else. I see you, I see you. I see 64, Ducklord, Strange, Axel, Echo, George, Kaiser, George again, Chad Gamer, PK Killer, Stardew! Stardew! Hi, Stardew. Jocks. First time chatter, welcome to chat. We love a Raven smile. Jesus, is it time? Is it Jeff Linkett's time? And I don't know where you got that idea. My channel is falling off. It's going in the opposite direction for there to be a Jeff Olympics, guys. for Jeff Olympics to work, I need active viewership and income. And then my channel is going in the opposite direction of that. That's not like I said we'd wait to 10k when I was getting like 5 to 10,000
Sharks are much
views
better
a
than
video.
birds.
Holy shit, what the fuck? Anonymous shark. Okay, well I can guess who that was already. Do I need to open my PayPal so I can see the user, or are you just going to admit to it right now? Hello, Choco. First time chat, welcome. Is the weather okay? It's cooler. It's still warm. Don't get me wrong, it's still very warm, but it's a lot cooler. It's not quite as warm. I think saving Lee, stealing your thunder, lol. Maybe. I mean, but Lee does like different content to me. You'd think we aren't directly competing. We don't make the same style of content, and it isn't like we upload so often that you can't watch both. Who could it have been? Yeah, I know Stardew. Who could have donated £20? Stardew. Who donated 20? Stardew. Who did that? Stardew. Hello, Salt. Guys, I'm going on holiday in about 5 or 6 days, so I need to farm some content for whilst I'm away. Naturally, with me going on holiday, it means I need to be lazy. And by that I mean, I ain't editing a bunch of full effort videos for whilst I'm away. So we're starting with a VOD review. Yay! VOD review. Can we all cheer in chat? Can we get some yays for VOD reviews? We love lazy content. If I wasn't unemployed, I'd donate. Damn, I appeal too much to the unemployed. I need to start doing house marketing videos so I can get a bunch of rich, wealthy mogul viewers. Do you as well hate Jeff-phobic people? Of course I hate Jeff-phobic people. Yay for VOD review. There we go. We've got it now. Vid review? No, a VOD review. Not the same thing. Alright gamers, why the fuck is it saying my signal's low? My signal isn't low, the internet's fine. Whatever. We pretend that isn't an issue and we keep going. Are you ready, Chaz? Whose VOD are we reviewing? You might recognize it. I did ping them to let them know in case they were alive. It's this person. I'm going to call them Anna because Anna, it's easier. So Anna sent in a VOD. They are a 90 hours Bronze 1 Jeff at the time of sending this in. Bronze 1 Jeff with a 50% win rate. Interesting. So you've got 50% win rate and you're in Bronze 1, meaning you're probably a pretty solid Bronze person, as in you're solidly stuck in Bronze at that point. Like you're not bad, you're just a Bronze player, which is fine. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you're in Bronze with a 50% win rate. How many VOD reviews are we doing today? I don't know. Maybe 2. Depends how long it takes. I'm a yapper, duck. I'm known for my yapping abilities. Hello, Zoink. It depends how yappy I am. So I had a tough choice between this replay and basically they were going to send in an ego VOD, but they didn't. Somebody else wanted to pick Jeff, but they took it because they are more Chad than that other person. Anywho, I'm just a little menace in this one. Playing tag with the Emma in the first round, but it's the second round I take off. Every time I used Devour, I took a player from my team with me and my victims. I would tell them who. Basically, they would also eat their teammates and be like, "I don't want to stop. I want to get to the edge." Basically, saying it was worth taking their teammate. We will be the judge of that. After I would spit the enemy out, I would launch whoever my ally was back to the point. I used Devour 4 times, killed 10 enemies total, which is a pretty good ratio. 4 ultimates for 10 enemies is fine. That's pretty good. That's like what? Jesus Christ, I've got the hiccups. Oh no. Hi Reverb. Kane. I've only ever played against AI a couple of times. At the end, I stopped right in front of the player and stuff. So, who's the Lord Jeff? So basically, they had this little rivalry with another Jeff that was upset that they didn't get to play Jeff. I know my rank isn't high, but I took a break in season 2.5. I was so mad. What they did to Jeff. I'm now back, and I'm now going to show them they can't keep a good Jeff down. Wait, am I dumb? That's their all modes win rate. So that includes quick play, but it's only in season 3. That's not very helpful. All seasons, all modes, 90 hours. Okay, well, we have no idea how much they played. It's fine. Hi, Big Ox. So this is a bronze Jeffy. I want a chat. Do you think they're going to be better than bronze, or do you think they deserve bronze? Just guess. No, we have no idea whether this person is good or bad. We have no idea whether this person is, you know, whatever. But I want to know, off of vibes alone, do you think this Jeffy is a bronze gamer? Or are they just passing through? Are they a tourist or are they a bronze gamer? I want to know. You think they're on a holiday visa? They're going to be there for a while, but they're moving on. They have no plans to be there long term. Alright, gamers. Possibly. Silver 2, gold 2 maybe? Bronze? Alright. Also, this is Jeff's I'm sitting down to take a shit position. What's going on here? Okay. What do they do in spawn? This is very important. Okay. Oh my god, it's a masterpiece. They're a GM Smurf, everyone. They're a GM Smurf. There ain't no bronze player that could land such a perfect spray there. Crazy aim. Okay, let's see. Why is your crosshair like this? Okay, They didn't speed. They sped their team. We're the red team, by the way. Yeah, so they're speeding their Venom. Interesting choice to speed Venom. He's fast. If you're gonna speed people up, speed up like Emma's. Because Emma, look at her. Look at her. She's hefty. She's got a lot of weight to carry. So you should be speeding up Emma's, not Venom's. Because Venom's can just speed themselves up. Okay. I like that you destroyed that. You're aiming at the floor a little. You're aiming a little low. Aim higher. The beam has a bit of drop to it. Don't aim at the floor. Aim higher. You're using your goo. I forget to do this all of the time. Great start. They did bubble out of spawn. Okay, you've rotated out of line of sight. You're not healing your team. Okay, something that I will say, you're getting away with it because it's in bronze. You're spending a lot of time doing not a lot with your healing. Like, you're either shooting along here, you got shot and panicked and went around this corner for a while. Like, it's fine because you're in bronze. People aren't killing people hyper quick. But if this was a higher elo lobby, you would struggle because they would be blowing people up faster, basically. If you want a really easy tip that will immediately help you improve just off of this first few seconds, try to always be putting out some type of value, whether that's healing, distraction, pressure, space control, supporting the other support, that type of thing. Always be doing something, because right now you've got quite a while where you're not doing a lot. I'm going to be watching these bubbles as well, because this is about to start ticking up to 3, and there's never a reason to have 3 bubbles. I'm hoping to see you use some bubbles. There's lots of teammates here that aren't in a safe position. You can see here, these guys are probably going to take damage. These guys, one of them has took damage, and the other one is going to take damage, probably. So if you throw some bubbles on them, your other support, your Luna, will be able to heal more effectively as well. Look at your Fantastic. Fantastic can survive a long time. If you top him up, he's gonna survive even longer. Good. Bubbles. You've got 3 bubbles right now. Never have 3 bubbles. Ever. There is never a situation to have 3 bubbles. Ever. Throw them out. Drop one at your feet. Throw one into the middle of the fight. Throw one onto him. Doesn't matter. Never have 3 bubbles. They increase the speed of your allies. They increase the healing they receive. They are a phenomenal tool, even in their reworked form. Never have 3 of them. Because right now, because you're holding 3 bubbles, you aren't regenerating another. So you're losing value. You're losing value. Whereas if you drop one, you're immediately regenerating another, and you still have 2 in case you need them. People make jokes in my chat that I don't like having bubbles, because I will always try to only have 1 bubble. If I have more than one bubble, I'm probably looking for a reason to use it. Always keep your bubbles out, because how can I put it? you should always use your bubbles, because even if you're not going to heal someone, they will receive passive healing and a 15% healing buff. Or they will receive a speed buff, I think is a more concise way of putting it. Aqua Bursts, you should be using Aqua Bursts, but also holding them isn't the worst. Because let's say you get Dove, they take a while to regenerate, they're your defensive tool. You can use them aggressively. I will quite often weave them in, especially in something like this Penny is on half health. If you start plinking her, she'll panic. But I'm not as harsh on people for holding Aqua Bursts, because I do understand why you would hold them. How do you use bubbles on yourself? Drop them at your feet. Look down and drop it. Is how you use bubbles on yourself. I need to put my phone on charge. It's on 1%. Shit. 1 second, chat. I love you. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So when you should never have free bubbles. As for Aqua Burst, you should try to use Aqua Burst. You shouldn't ideally always have free, but unlike bubbles, Aqua Bursts have a very narrow and specific use. Knock things around, do damage. Those are the use cases. You can use them to, say, knock a Hulk out of his jump. If a Wolverine is kidnapping someone and you hit them whilst they're kidnapping someone, it cancels the steal. So you do have situations where this Wolverine, maybe he tries to kidnap someone and you hit the Wolverine in the air and they'll drop whoever they're holding currently. But in most situations, I won't give people a lot of shit for their Aqua Burst management, because they're kind of narrow, and I'm still trying to 100% figure out whether to hold them or not. This is one of those things where I say it all the time, I'm not a perfect player. There is a best way to use them. It's not something I think about. Yeah, I mean, I think also bubbles have an AoE effect. Yeah, they do. They do. If you throw them into a crowd, you'll get a lot of use from your bubbles. All right, you use both your bubbles. 1, 2. You threw your bubbles out in the same place. Now, one of them clipped the Emma. I don't think you did this on purpose. I think you got lucky. One of your bubbles clipped Emma and one didn't. Because if I look at your screen, it didn't move. The Emma moved. 1 minute. Yeah, you didn't really move much. Either way, that's fine, because one went further in, one sat on the Emma. I do that all the time. If I get free bubbles, I will throw one further and hit one of my closer allies. What I would say is, it would have been more useful to throw a bubble at the Luna and then throw one over there. The reason being, Emma is a tank on full health. She isn't going to die instantly. Luna is maybe not overextended, but dangerously extended to the left. She's a support. She could get blown up, and she is your main support. She is going to do most of the healing in the game, meaning you really want to keep her alive, because if she dies, you're going to have a hard time keeping the team up. I like to try to bubble my supports as much as possible, because that extra 15% healing works on their self-heal. So Luna's clap, Luna's new team up, they will also be buffed by the bubbles passive healing increase. They'll also get a speed boost, helping with mobility to stay alive, and they will also get that regeneration, which can be very helpful. If you think Luna's OP, imagine Luna with a 15% healing buff on herself, and then also more movement speed, and also naturally regenerating health. It lasts for 4 seconds. You can basically permanently give her this buff if you want to. When is it smart to go out of my way to heal someone, like if they are flanking or off to... If they're doing value, if they're making value and they would die or have to peel back otherwise. If it's a Spider-Man that's 0 and 10, don't just fucking ignore him. Healing him at that point isn't helpful. If it's a very valuable person like this Luna who is off on the flank, she's not flanking, but she's on the flank, I would say healing her is essential. Heal her over healing the Emma. Heal her over healing the magic. It's very context dependent, and you're never going to get one answer for it. Another thing you could be doing is focusing out this Penny. You still have free Aqua Bursts, right? You do. Light this Penny up. Just start shooting her. She's massively overextended. Think about it. If you were stood here as a support, or even as a solo tank surrounded by their teammates, I'd be having to do. I'd be saying, that's bad positioning. Look at her. She's got a wall behind her. She has to walk all the way around. She's got 2 of your allies on that. So I hope to see you blow her up now. You won't blow her up, but you know what I mean. Bully her. Spit at her. Wrong type of spit. Just like how I say you should never have 3 bubbles, ideally you should only have 1 bubble. If ideally, just like how I say you should never have 3 bubbles, you should only ever have 0 bubbles if you've used 1 on yourself, because you need that regeneration and movement speed for your survivability as Jeff. Dropping to 0 bubbles is dangerous unless you know you're safe. You're reasonably safe. You're using goo, good. Okay, you play very safe. You're a very heal-orientated Jeff. I would have went in on that penny, or I'd be flanking off to go after this invisible woman. Both of them are tasty targets. You don't really need to attack the penny right now. She's dead. Go after the invisible woman, or swim up this wall, drop down, and pressure the Phoenix. Either of those. Your team here, they're at full health, and she's gonna die. So whilst you are doing something, you aren't actually giving value. I didn't see the Wolverine, but the other option is you deal with him. There shouldn't really be a need, though. It's 1 Wolverine versus these guys. You could argue the Phoenix is involved, but you could peel up and attack her to help your team that way. My point is right now, you know how we spoke about invisible value the other days? This is value that looks like it's value, but it's actually not. You're doing something, but it's actually doing nothing. You're healing your team. They're at full health. They're not under any threat. And you're helping kill someone that's going to die either way. Either peel off and attack her, or pressure the Wolverine to guarantee no one drops it. Because whilst it's unlikely he wins, if he has his passive up, he could probably trade for 1 of these. Maybe the magic if they play badly. Because of the Phoenix's pressure. But like this... Yeah, that penny was always going to die. Okay, that Wolverine was attacking a wall. Like, fully, that Wolverine was just after that wall. You don't need to run from her. She's by herself. Go up there and kill her. Jeff has swim. Use your swim. 1 minute. Let's have a look at this face. Sorry. Look at me. Look at me. Do you know what that is? It's a fin. Use it. Swim. Swim, little shark. Swim. You see this? Shift. Click it. You'll dive under the ground. You can then swim up walls. And you can use that mobility to fight people. Raven, how's the weather there today? You were so hot yesterday. I'm always hot, but right now it's warm, but not too warm. Is the drops and mantis here? They are, and I don't want Mev to be timed out. Mev should be immune from timeout. They helped me record my intro today. So, you know. Is this going to be on YouTube? I need to learn to be better. It will go on YouTube in about a week. Wait, which channel are you from, Blue? Yeah, which channel are you from, Blue? It will go on my main channel, Raven SPCR. It won't go on my other channel, Raven Yaps. It will be a main channel video because I'll be on holiday. Right now, you're fine. Like, there's not much you can do here. Like, I would be getting more aggressive, but like, there's not much need. Throw a bubble like here. The reason I say that, if somehow they flank her, she can move towards the team and pick it up. If you need to back up quickly, you can pop it, giving you both a speed boost. Throw bubbles sometimes when you don't want them to be. Sometimes when you don't want a bubble to be used, but you do know you don't want to reach the cap, put them in places where you pop them if you need them, or your teammates can pop them if you need them. Imagine it like a mini health kit with a different use. Put it where you'll need it for future. Why did they ult there? Wild. This is fine. Try not to get cut off from your team. So like, I know it's tempting to walk backwards here so you don't get cut off from point, but you really want to be with your team. Like, I get it. Oh no, the point's closing. Please don't cut me off. Issue is now, your team is effectively playing 2 people down because Fantastic is dead and you're cut off from them until you move around. Magic's a flanker. She's doing flanker things. But like, you aren't with your team at the moment. You might as well be dead. This wall isn't going to suddenly heal. So you need to try not to move back out of the point there. Stay with the team. You want to be with the team, especially if you're playing heal, Jeff, like you are at the moment. It does look like you're going to rotate, which is good. Heal left, heal left. Okay. You have a bubble and Emma was dying. Bubble? Emma dying? You know how I said you should always try to have one bubble for yourself? You might have been able to keep her alive there. She's next to a lunar ultimate that's going off. If you bubble her and she gets that speed boost, she probably made it into the lunar ultimate. Now the lunar's on damage currently, but you can't plan for when other players make mistakes. You can only plan for when you do, right? So if she dies here, if we go back, was she in the lunar ultimate? She was. The lunar's just staying on damage. Oh. Oh, wait, can we just watch this? Sorry, 1 minute. So you get cut off. Luna and Emma, you know, fighting back. Luna's gonna ult because they're under threat, yeah? She ults to survive. Damage boosting. She chokes, she's going aggressive because she's got the Luna ult. That's smart. The Luna's not gonna let her die. She never swaps to healing. Did she disconnect? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, maybe, guys, maybe it is your ranked teammates. maybe when I tell you that you should focus on yourself, I'm underestimating the issue. What was that? Did she DC? What happened? Because she's not played awfully this game. Like, she's not played well, but she's not done awful. And that was like... That was, yeah. I mean, I guess it's what you'd expect in bronze, right? But, like, that was something. Okay, well, hypothetically, right? We'll make it a learning experience. This Emma was always going to die because she wasn't doing her job. But let's say the Emma was stood just outside of this, yeah? You're holding one bubble at this corner, drop it on her, and then keep healing her. She's now getting about 150 something healing per second from you. And she has speed boost, which means she will get into the healing circle faster and be more likely to survive. Or, even if that isn't there, she's more likely to be able to reposition properly to survive. Ignoring team play because you are the only thing that you can focus on improving. You have a bubble. You have one bubble when the Emma dies and you don't use it. In fact, you're going to regenerate up to 3 here. You should bubble yourself immediately when you're in a fight like this. You should be... you're stalling point now. I see why you aren't diving. You're stalling point. That's fine. You died on point. That's fine. Like, you could have been diving to get a little bit of healing in between. Because if you look... 1 minute. Thank you for subscribing with Prime Plump. Thank you. I love you. Okay, next. Where is it? You see here? They don't own any of the point. They're just capturing it now. So, when you dive, it doesn't immediately end the point. Like, they don't get it immediately. So you can sort of drop a bubble, dive into it, swim for a second to heal, jump back out, drop a bubble, dive into it, you know? Move around, it increases your mobility, it helps you survive a little bit more. And it's you would have survived longer. You were always going to die here. Dying on point is the smart thing to do because your team's dead. Although a lot of them have respawned. Because I'm pausing it constantly, I'm losing track of time. It looks to me like you would have been better actually, instead of stalling out point for this long, trying to survive. Because now when you die, you've got all 4 of your team here are alive already. The Venom's going to run in and stagger himself in a second, I'm sure. You needed to pull out, I think, was the right play here. In a situation or a context where your team isn't alive yet and they've just died, dying on point is the right decision. But if your team has already respawned, you staggering means they are now 1 person down and either have to push in 1 person down or wait longer. Either way, depending on the situation, you would either have wanted to bubble and dive to survive for longer, or bubble and dive and swim the fuck out of here to survive. But you die, which is fine. You stagger the team, though. Now, I'm hoping your team doesn't just run it down here. The magic is slightly running it down, but she does peel out. The Emma gets kicked in and then is going to maybe die. She shields herself and survives. The Venom is alive still somehow. The Fantastic goes for a wild ultimate. She walks onto Penny Mines and dies. You're back. You're back. You're back. Wonderful. Okay, let's go back. All right, you're healing your team. You've got your ultimate. Be careful ulting around Penny Mines. They will blow you up immediately. You can't dodge them. Because let's say you ulted and you came up here. Whilst you are doing the sort of animation of coming out of the ground and you regain mortality, you don't get to move away before the mines hit you. The mines will trail towards you and kill you before you get to move. So if you're going to ult, make sure you do not ult with where you come out of the water in the Penny Mines. And I'll tell you something right now. This isn't where the Penny Mines end. They end like here. They have like an invisible layer around them where they can extend to. It isn't right on that line. Shit. You went for their invis. You would have been better coming up onto this to ult. I believe you can do that on this map. Coming up onto the center. Or if you wanted to get the invis. Look at this. You could have got both their supports. Why'd you end it there? Like, if you'd have come here, like, if you actually look where you end it, you're about to come up now, right? Look where you end it. You have ended it right here, right? This invis, if she was better, she just double jumped, actually. I just saw that, didn't I, a second ago? She just double jumped, so she can't escape it herself, but that's fine. So why are we putting ourselves with all this wasted space, though, right? You want to cover as much area as you can. If you want to get both of their supports, come like here, center it like there-ish. You're going for two characters that can get out of it depending on their reaction speed. You're in bronze though. I'm going to assume they won't react fast enough to get out of it. So you come into the middle, you get them both. They don't have any supports for the fight now, right? Yeah, they're playing duo support. They don't have any. Here, you're going to try get a Penny and an invis. Problem, I don't think you get the Penny. Penny can dodge it very easily with her web. And she's also on the edge. If you wanted to get the Penny, you would have had to have the nest destroyed first to guarantee it. And I don't know. Removing both of the supports from the fight for like up to 10 seconds probably would have been more valuable. In this situation, yeah, I think I would have went with the supports. Although, you have one DPS, one tank, and you. The fight's kind of rough. You've also got a lever. Somebody disconnected. Your other support. It's rough to ult right now because your one support's disconnected, meaning you're the only team's healing. So you're leaving your Venom and your Winter to deal with one of their DPS and both of their tanks, and then because you're only going to get the invis in the ult, one support as well. Unless you get the Penny and I'm wrong. No, she just walks out of it, yeah. Do you make it? No, yeah. So you swam towards the edge there. I wouldn't have done that. The invis can always jump back on and you don't want to trade 1-for-1 because you were the only support. They'd still have a support. You wouldn't have any supports, so the 1-for-1 wouldn't have been worth it anyway. Yeah, I've ulted near Penny nests. The thing that gets me is I'll often place... I would try to ult like here, thinking I was outside it, and these little fuckers would still get me. Look at them with their scheming little faces. Evil. But that was a lost fight anyway. I don't think you were going to win that. You're one down at the moment, so it's fairly difficult to judge you fairly, because you're going to need to play entirely differently. When you're one down, and you are the only support as Jeff, you are a heal bot. You have no choice. Why aren't you swimming? You should be swimming. Try get back to point quicker. You've got an entire part of your kit that you're ignoring. Jeff is one of the most mobile characters in the game, and if you don't swim, you're just kneecapping yourself. Bubbles. You've got bubbles. Use them. Your resource usage isn't great. You're not using your resources as much as you can, and when you do use them, you sort of just empty them. It's like you forget that you have buttons, and then you remember to use them all at once. Like, there's some parts of this that are really good. You're not running it down. You're playing reasonably safely. But, like, you're forgetting to use abilities and you're not using your resources very effectively. But that's okay. Because we all make mistakes with shit. We've got to learn. Like, no flame. But, on the other hand, if there was a fire and I was flaming you, you have bubbles to put it out. Maybe use them. Yeah, Axel, the only time you should be walking as Jeff is when you don't have swim, you need to heal or shoot, or you're planning to use a lot of swim in a second, so you want to have full bar. There's almost no situation outside of like those scenarios where you should be walking. Position to the left. Right now, you're positioned here. That looks great and all. Imagine if you were like positioned over here behind the Namor. You've got like this big line of sight. The Namor could shuffle in because the Namor right now is stood here, but when the fight extends, he's going to move up, right? So if you're positioned further along here, you can heal both your tanks and you can be pressuring the Penny Nest, the Penny, the Rocket if you want, the Invis, the Emma. You can be doing a lot more from this position where you have a line of sight over most of the point and most of your team. Over this position where you have very limited line of sight over this section of your team and this section of the point, when you'd be far better to the left, I think. Or if you want to be more aggressive, no, you have a disconnected support. It doesn't matter. The right position is over there, I think. Yeah. Because you have a disconnected support, you shouldn't be thinking about aggression right now. You need to be healing. So I'm not even going to suggest my dumb idea. Notice how the Namor did exactly what I said. He wanted to get a better view of the point, so he shuffled over. Now, he did shuffle over quite far. He's not playing the cover the way I thought he would, but he did shuffle over. You should be looking to heal right now. I can see that face. That face is the face of a spitting Jeffrey. I don't want to see no spitting. I want to see I want to see a blowing. I want to see lots of blowing. I don't want to see a single spit right now. Okay, you just reacted slowly there. That was all. Because it's 1, 2. You didn't dive. Remember, you become CC immune when you're diving. You can become immune to this ultimate. It will still damage you, but you won't get CC'd by it. So dive, dive, dive. Why are you attacking? Dive. You aren't gonna kill her. She's got over half her health. Dive, and then you're in. See what I mean? Thanks, Hus. They do have a DC. But yeah, I think the right thing to do here was dive, and you didn't dive, unfortunately. Thanks for following. Welcome to the Cult Unknown. But yeah, you needed to dive. You were just slow on reacting. And you die for it. She had her fucking shield. The hell? Wait, what number is she? Like F7? 8? Alright, she comes back. She's in diamond form. Why isn't she cancelling it? She should have cancelled it and shielded for you. Again, we don't focus on what our team does wrong. We focus on what you did to end up in this position. But your tank should have protected you there. Like, you messed up. You should have dodged the ultimate. But your tank could have also been way better and more helpful. Don't think that makes what you did fine. This isn't a pass to say that it was your tank's fault. No, you had like 4 seconds to do something and you chose to do everything but the one thing you could do to make yourself immune. Still, your tank could have helped you more though. Bubble and dive? I've never seen a Jeff allergic to swimming before. Do you need me to get you some floaties and put you in a swimming pool? What is going on here? Why are you so scared of water? Swim more. And okay, well, why are you walking straight into... What the fuck? What is this? What have you sent me? What was that? I get it. You wanted to touch for overtime, and sometimes you do literally you intentionally die to get overtime because you know you're gonna die, but you want to get that extra 5%, and you have a disconnect, so you're probably feeling a bit down about it. But you know where you would have survived a lot longer? Okay, we keep swimming, keep swimming, keep swimming. Great, great, great. You go over here. Over here. Now, you don't know these mines are here, but that's fine. You're Jeffrey. Jeffrey can swim through mines fast enough. If you hit them, if you go through them with a bubble and swimming, you get through them before they go off. So you get on point. Yeah. You get over the mines and you survive. What you don't do is walk onto the mines that will 100% kill you because you're just walking. Like, you were never going to live this. But, like, you could have lived a little bit longer and put a little bit more effort into surviving. Like, this is the face of a Jeffrey who's got a disconnect and doesn't want to play the game right now. Well, like, I get somebody left. It was overtime. You were trying to touch the stall. I get all of that. But again, there are two sides to this. What the? Sorry, it spawned me under the universe, apparently. Why am I so far down? Like, look. Can I... Why am I moving so slow? Oh, it's because it's in the game. So, like, there are two sides to this point, right? There was a... If I go back 5 more seconds, you'll see. You want to touch. It's overtime. But it doesn't end instantly. You make it onto point, right? And you still have more time. If you're just trying to touch really desperately, in this situation, you were going to lose anyway. You're 5 versus 6. The team isn't even close. But you still want to touch. Fine. Best practice, you know, pretend there's a Spider-Man on the way, pretend they're portaling. For future games, don't walk onto the mines. You don't know there's mines here. Bubble and swim over them just in case. Because again, Jeff with a bubble and swimming can swim over mines without dying. Here, you walk onto mines! Do you mind explaining yourself? You're in chat, I see you, Anna. Do you mind explaining yourself? There we go. Please. Like, the logic here is immaculate. And yes, again, you were going to die anyway. The round was lost anyway. But I don't care. I'm not talking about what about this one specific scenario. There are going to be hundreds of games you play over your Marvel Rivals lifetime where there is a penny mine blocking point. What you don't do is run straight into the penny mine. You try to avoid being in it as much as possible, and you bubble and swim through it so you're as fast as possible. Because the mines don't blow up instantly if you watch, they travel to you. So, if you had bubbled and swam your way through, you were probably still fucked. But you were fucked a little slower. I know you were trying to touch, but you touched at the most deadly point possible. And that's without me going into the fact that, you know, you could have went, like, this way. If you really wanted to, you could have, like, went this way. And still been touching. Stardew! 5 gifted subs! Thank you, I love you very much. If you're in chat and you just got gifted a sub by Stardew, make sure to say thank you. They're our biggest gifter, you know, ever. In the history. But anyway, this round was fucked. It was a fucked round. You were never gonna win, you were never gonna save it, you were just trying to touch. You were just playing until the bitter end, and I respect that. In other games, try to avoid walking straight onto the main part of the penny mine. Yeah, I can imagine you were tilted. I don't blame you for it. If it's not that many, Cold Stardew, give me another 2,000 right now. 2,000 subs right now. Or you take back and admit that you've given me an exorbitant amount of money. Alright. Does your teammate come back? Yeah, trust me, I understand. I don't blame you for feeling like it was pointless. And to be fair, you were just still playing out the game. You didn't give up. You felt like giving up. Don't dare him. Mev, the reason I don't say a reasonable amount when I threaten Stardew with something like that is because if I said give me 10, they'd give me 10. So I have to say 2,000 because it's an exorbitant number they can't give me. Apply, okay. Don't tempt me, Raven. Hi, Pickle Rat. Again, by the way. Again, we've spoken about this before. Bubbles, great. You don't even need to swim, to be fair. Right now, you're in the middle of the team, speeding them up. Great. You don't actually need to bubble. Because you're with the team. Like, you don't actually need to speed. You don't need to swim. Because you're with the team. Being ahead of them doesn't help. You're not playing aggressive, so you don't want to be ahead of them. You want to be with them. You're helping speed them up. I don't know. That's like £2,000 or something. No, it isn't, is it? 500 gifted subs is about $500. Oh, it would be. No. 500 gifted subs is... No, 50 gifted subs is 500. I'm not sure. 1 minute. We're doing the maths. I'm curious now. So we've got 50 is 500, yeah? So I need 50 times 40 times... So that would be 2,000 times 500. Is that right? No way is that right. Because you would be doing 50 subs 40 times, and that would be how much it costs times 500, right? I've done the maths right. It would be, that's 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. It'd be £1 million. Is that maths right? 50 is 250. Well, then it'd be 500,000. What? Why? Where did you get 12,000 USD from? Because 50 subs is 5. Because 50 subs we're saying is 250. Yeah. So we're saying 200. So we're saying 50 subs is 250. But you need to do. Oh wait, I did it the wrong way around. Same number. What the fuck am I doing? Don't maybe. Okay, sorry. I'll stop doing maths. I'm gonna trigger chat. Back to what we know. Shark. Sorry. I brought too much maths into your safe space. On YouTube, 1 sub is like $2 or $3 because I can set it, so I've set it fairly low. On Twitch, it's like $5 or £5. Yeah, but I don't have to. Well, then just tell me the answer, Stardew. Don't make me work it out. All right. Anyway, so you don't need to be speedy right now, and yeah, just keep bubbling your team, but focus the Groot. He's slow. This Emma. Drop a bubble behind you for the Emma because she's trailing, so you want to try and get her to catch up. Because she's struggling to keep up. Thanks for all the follows, guys. So it's 12,000 USD. Okay, give me 12,000 USD, called Stardew. All right. Again, fine. I don't mind you entering point here. I tend to like come up and shoot down this alley. Look how far behind your Emma is, though. As Jeff, at the beginning of a game, especially if you're going to play with a team, your job is to make sure your team gets to point as fast as possible. Think about Season 1 of Overwatch, or most of Overwatch's competitive lifespan. Lucio was always meta, no matter what they did for him, to him. In competitive, Lucio was always meta, because having the speed boost on your team was incredibly valuable. Now, obviously, Jeff's speed boost isn't as powerful, because you need to top it up, and its AoE isn't as big, and there's a million reasons. But at the start of a game, when your team is all bundled together, you want to speed boost everyone, and then you want to speed boost the slowest people. Now, this Emma is slow. Speed boost her. The Groot is slow. Speed boost her. You need to be keeping your team together, because right now, your tank, who should be in the front lines, is way in the back. All right? Let's see what you do now. Your Groot's AFK having a think. You've lost line of sight of one of your frontliners. Either flank or move around. This position isn't helpful. Where would I position on this point? Up here's fine. Obviously, opposite side's fine, depending on what you're trying to do. I like to come up here or over here. Even though you don't have as good of line of sight to your team, it lets me be more aggressive. If you want to be safe and to just heal, playing on this sort of stairsy area around here is fine. Sometimes I even come up here and shoot down. This point is really annoying to play because unlike other points where if it was flat, you could shoot across to get line of sight over everyone, you can't do that here because it dips and then goes back up. So you're never going to be hitting this invisible woman and healing this Emma at the same time. It just isn't possible, whereas on a normal point, it would be. So you want to find a position that just lets you get as much value as possible. You're a healer, Jeff. You're doing a lot of healing. So you want to be in a position to keep these guys alive. That's fine. You're doing fine. This position is better. I wonder how often Raven is told to get off Jeff. I mean, I stream 90% of my ranked games, so you see it's basically every other game. This positioning's fine. Keep using your bubbles. Maybe ping at the end. You've got free aqua burst. Maybe fire into the penny a little bit. I always fall into that gap as well. Get aggressive right now. Not the aggression. Oh, wait, yeah, that's the blue side ultimate. Yeah, ult. That was close. So the reason you didn't die there from ulting in... Oh, wait, because you've left it. I can't see it. Here. So the reason you didn't die when you came up into this penny nest is because you were getting healed super quickly and your team is already eating mines. So the mines, if you look, they start moving to you right now. Look at them. They're coming for you even before you can move. Your team has already been on point, so they probably reduce the number. It's not the maximum number of mines that the nest can output. And you're not being healed. That's the enemy one. Sorry, the colors really fucking confuse me. Your team, the reason it didn't kill you is because your team has already eaten some of the mines. I don't know the exact number anymore. I used to know it when I was a penny main, but I don't anymore. So we're going to say the maximum number is 15. And let's say it needs 5 to kill you. It might have had like 4 mines in it. And that's because your team's eaten some of them for you. But you got lucky. Try not to ult onto a penny nest like this. You're really gambling. Unless you know your team can destroy it before you ult, or has eaten the mines out of it for you, / has been eating the mines out of it for you. Now, do you throw him back on? You throw them off? That's fine. Okay. It worked. I think here, not diving was the correct answer. Because otherwise you're leaving Adam solo heals, and he'll struggle with that. I don't think going to the left is the right answer, though. I think you just turn around here. She's not going to fucking kill you. She missed a bunch of shots on you when you were swimming. Kill her. She's not that scary. It's a 1v1. It's the best time to learn to be aggressive. Or, if you want to turn around, don't go all the way over here. Remember, you can swim. Yep. What else can you do whilst you're swimming? You can swim up walls. You don't need to take the stairs. You're a shark. Swim up this wall. It would have been quicker. Just swim up this wall. It's a very micromanagey thing. But swim up the wall and you would have been able to be back in the fight sooner. Your team should win either way. You've got 3. I don't bother shooting that as Jeff. Your DPS isn't high enough for it to matter. Instead, I'd focus on keeping your team alive. You've got a half health Emma here. They're also quite stacked. Look at your team. They're stacked. This ultimate does a lot of damage to people that are stacked if they have stacks on them. So you want to try and make sure you heal up your team so they don't all get blown up. The other option, I guess, would be... No, yeah. Yeah, just just heal your team up and maybe try to damage that, but I normally ignore it because Jeff's DPS isn't very high. Like you can see, it's not even going down, really. Like, watch. Watch it. It doesn't really go down. Like, you see... Like... First off, you're using this, which has a lot of trail, like you can see. It really just, you didn't really do much to it. If your whole team had made a call out to shoot at it, it would make sense. But generally, just keep people alive. That's true. Any character can work if you're good enough. Bubble. Good, good, good bubble. Make sure you're healing. You've got another bubble. I'd honestly throw it out. That's fine. That happens. Throw a bubble onto them when sometimes look here. Watch. Wait. Are you in any danger at all? No. The enemy team just isn't going to threaten you at the moment. Even if this guy starts shooting you, you just move to the left. You are in zero danger of death. There is literally no character in the game right now that can kill you. No one. Full health, Jeff cannot be one-shot by any character at long range. Widow can't one-shot him at long range, and neither can Hawkeye. Neither of them can one-shot him. So, bubble this group of allies. Why? The Adam will then get a healing buff to everyone because they're all going to have the 15% healing increase. They'll get passive regeneration. They'll get more speed boost. Do you understand? I'm going to keep saying it all game. Use your fucking bubbles, especially when they're in a group. Because right now it would hit the three of them. They'd all get more. They'd all get more healing. They'd all get regeneration. They'd all be faster. Use your fucking bubbles. And you've got 2 bubbles. Throw one at the Adam at least, so he heals up. Sometimes if I'm healing the front line and I notice the other support is low, I will throw a bubble onto them just so I don't have to stop healing the front line. Use your fucking bubbles. If this ticks up to 3 and you haven't used a bubble, use your bubble! Thank you. Oh my god! You just couldn't get it out and then it all came out at once. What happened? Anna! Anna! You just held on to all 3 and then you hit 3 and just burst them everywhere. Anna! Why? Anna, you threw them all at a full health group. Like, you held on to them and then just blah, all at once. And then he picked up 2! They don't stack! They reset! If you hit someone with 2 bubbles in the same second, they keep the same amount of healing and everything. Nothing changes. If somebody has picked up a bubble, and then 1 second later they pick up a bubble, guess what happens? Nothing. It goes back up to 4 seconds. You can't stack bubbles for like 8 seconds of healing. It doesn't work like that. It'd be really cool if it did. It doesn't, though. Unfortunately, him picking up 2 bubbles like that was a massive waste. And you could argue it's his fault for picking up 2 bubbles. I'd argue it's your fault for throwing all of your bubbles out in one tiny corner as soon as you hit 3 bubbles. What you should have done is bubble about 5 minutes earlier. Right. Shoot her. You have 3 aqua bursts. Yeah, that's fine. I think he died too quick for you to react, really. Yeah, you can't even really see his health bar. He was behind the wall, he goes uncritical, and then he dies. I don't think you save him there. Bubble the Groot. He's trying to reposition. You see how the Groot's walking back towards you? Reposition. Right? That's what he's doing. He's repositioning. He's coming back. He's doing a little back step. So what can you do? Use your bubbles. They will help him. They'll give him more speed. You'll be able to heal him up faster. He's on half health. That's quite low for a tank. Bear in mind, a tank has a huge health pool. So if they're losing half of their health that quickly, they're taking a lot of damage. So you want to counteract that damage real quick. So the best way to do that, bubble them and start spitting at them. Well, not spitting at them, beaming them. But you know what I mean, right? Bubble them. It'll let him reposition more safely, let him get out of there more alive. Bubbles! Exactly, Anna. Bubbles. I'm going to keep talking about it. Did you bubble him? His health went green. Or did he just pick up another thing? What happened there? You're at 1, you're at 1, you're at 1, you're at 2, you're at 2, you're at 2. You don't bubble him. No, you don't. It's just, oh, it's just because the cut. Alright, yeah, I'm done. Moving up with your team here is fine, but guess what? You've got 3 bubbles and there's lots of teammates without much health. Use your fucking bub. Anna, you little shit. If I see you hold 3 bubbles and then throw them out randomly one more time, I'm going to find out where you live. I'm going to come into your house and I'm going to fill it with bubbles, alright? You're going to come home from where I don't, are you in school? Are you an adult? Do you have a job? Whatever it is you do, whenever you next leave the house, I'm going to sneak in and I'm going to fill it from floor to ceiling with bubbles, alright? Alright? So you never fucking do that again. Never do that in front of me again. Never, ever do that in front of me again. Look at this. Alright. So your Groot ults, that's fine. You've got free Aqua Burst. If a Groot is ulting like this, I would drop a bubble in the group, and then I would empty my Aqua Burst into it. Hi, Sophia. Bubble. Literally, just you. You're an adult? Good. Good. Then I'm breaking into your house and filling it with bubbles. They lost line of sight. To a degree, you can argue that it is your fault because you're not keeping line of sight with them, but it is also their fault for overextending. They are massively overextended. You're all overextended, but these guys in particular, crazy overextended. Like, she's literally in line of sight of their spawn. No, too far forward. If you, the most you do here is hold like these corners. Don't push to this door unless you are steamrolling them. Steamrolling. And you're not steamrolling them. You're just beating them currently. You've got bubbles. Good, you're using your bubbles. You're using them. You're doing it. Okay, you're not use bubble. Oh my god, I think Anna's learning, everyone. Oh my god, and you bubbled them so they could rotate around faster? I'm so proud. Keep your eyes on Adam. Do not let Adam die. You were doing fairly well. So the thing is here, you're being aggressive, right? Health bar pops up over here. So now you see her. We saw her early. Now you see her, right? You know that this is a character that's, you know, she's a Hela type. She's good at range. She's going to blow you up quite quickly. You're Jeff, though. You're quite hard to kill. You know who isn't hard to kill? Adam. Immobile. Slow. Now, he does have abilities to keep himself alive, but he doesn't do so well into things that blow him up instantly, because Adam needs to out-sustain a lot of damage with his bursty healing. Here, he can get blown up very quickly. The other option is he uses his tether. That's not so great into things like this. It's a very powerful ability that he'd rather keep. Ideally, you focus the Adam here. You look at Adam and you really focus him. You want to keep him alive. He's your second support. He's your only other support. If he drops, you have to do a lot more work. In terms of healing order, the simple version of it is anyone under current threat, the other support, the rest of your team. That's the very simple version of healing order. If you're ever wondering who should I heal, somebody who is going to die if you stop healing them is always the first. The second is always your other support. You always want to keep your other support alive. And then it's anyone else. Technically, there's a fourth tier for anyone that has enough mobility to get a health kit themselves faster. But, like, that's besides the point. The simple version of healing is, if somebody isn't currently going to die, always make sure your other support is alive. Especially in duo support, yeah? So right here, you take your eyes off him for a second to tickle their tank. You're not going to do any real damage to him. You aren't going to really pressure them. And immediately she blows him up. See? Just gone. Instantly. You needed to look at Adam. You have bubble? You have bubble? Run. 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 Bubble. Bubble. Good. Die. That's fine. I wouldn't have come down here. If you think about escape routes, right? You're thinking about it? You're up here, right? Where were you when you... Right, so it was out here. Your group's going to start dying. And you do start going in the right direction, right? You start backing off this way. And you want to sit in this doorway. Mostly so if there's anyone here, they don't instantly have line of sight over you. You only have line of sight back and forward. Your Namor's behind you. You're fine. So you sit here. You try to keep your Groot alive. Fine. Why'd you reposition over here, though? Now what happens when Groot dies? You're forced to run this way, right? At which point they're firing down onto you. You'd need to go all the way up here. It's a really big open area for you to have to escape through. Whereas, if you'd have stayed here, where your Namor is incredibly overextended now, you back off around this corner. Your Namor can help defend you, maybe. Or you just keep swimming. And look at all these line of sight blockers you have here. You have this that blocks line of sight. You have these corners. Or you could swim up the ramp and go up here, or you can drop down there, or you can go over there. There's so many more escape options here than staying in this big open area. If you're trying to escape a group of people, get out of the open or break line of sight. If you really wanted to stay here, the best thing to do, maybe swim up the wall and move jankily around this edge, because it would make it harder to hit you, and then curve up onto this. Something like that. But you don't... Jeff has decent vertical mobility. Jeff has both really good vertical and horizontal mobility. And you need to use them both. So that doesn't mean just swimming fast in a straight line. It means swim fast in a straight line, but also swim fast upwards. Hi, Lost Sinner. You need to do both to survive, all right? He's not a flyer. He can't just go up and down or side to side in the air, but he can do that on walls. And that can be hard to track sometimes, especially because he's already got small hitbox. You can sort of move really jankily and weirdly, and it makes hitting you really difficult. If you watch me when I dive, I will always be breaking line of sight, swimming up things, dropping back down, diving up and diving down. I make myself a real big pain in the ass to hit. And you need to work on that, because here you swim, I'm pretty sure, in a completely straight line. So your Groot, Adam dies, then Groot dies, and then watch. So you're here, right? This is where you are. If we go like this is where my mouse is right now. When you die, you're there, right? Basically a straight line. You stayed in a line. You swam in a straight line. Did you ever watch Game of Thrones and the Battle of Bastards, where he's running away from the where Jon Snow's brother is having the arrow fired at him, and you're like, fucking zigzag, why are you running in a straight line? Even though in actual fact that doesn't help in real life very much, because it's still just aiming at someone. But like, either way, in media, you're like, fucking zigzag, right? Yeah? Fucking zigzag! Like, move. Don't run in a straight line, it doesn't help. You'll lose point here, your team wiped. It is what it is. Don't worry about it. Right. Your Nemo's probably going to stagger your team quite badly here. Your Fantastic's running in by himself, which is real silly. And so this is what I mean about staggering. He just died. Your team is arriving back. All of you are arriving back right now. That's really bad, because now it's a 5 versus 6 for the first part of the fight. But let's go back and see what you did. Right there, you're alive. You bubble, that's fine. Do you swim? You swim and you bubble. You're improving in this game. It's honestly... Fucking Anna, all or nothing bubbles. Hey, we love it when a shark appreciates a group. Okay, you're breaking off to the opposite side of your tank. I mean, that's fine. Right now, you're in an awkward position because your team's very shoved up against this wall, so you don't really have the space you want. You're looking to ult. You're being aggressive. I believe you're looking to ult. Yeah. See how easy that was to read? Did you see that, chat? Watch. I watched them move up. They're a backline Jeffy. Anna doesn't want to be in danger. Anna is a very safe player. Anna doesn't want to get shot. Anna doesn't like that. So what does Anna do? Swim straight at them. How do you know they're going to ult? Because Anna, the backline Jeffy that just wants to have a good time and be friends and, you know, be a lovely Jeffy in the backline, is suddenly in your face. So you go, well, Anna's about to ult. And it gives them pre-warning. And you don't need pre-warning. You don't want to help them out dodging a Jeff ult. We already know how easy it is to dodge a Jeff ult. Do you really want to make it easier for them? Don't make your ult so obvious. Try not to... If you always play in the backline... Or if you always play in the backline, you can't swim straight at them to ult. It will make it too readable. Some advices for Jeff ulting. Don't ult like this. Like, what's the reason here? Have you heard an ability go off that I didn't? Like, did the diamond form or something? Was she in diamond form? What was going on here? So she's down here. Okay, maybe you were doing it because of diamond form, because you are watching her, you watch it end, and maybe it's got, but then you back off again. Okay. So there are a couple of reasons I will generally ult, all right? First reason, to get rid of a specific target. For example, let's say this Emma was solo carrying the team. She's used her diamond form. She no longer has any ability to dodge my ultimate. So I would ult to take out the Emma specifically. If somebody is solo carrying, you focus on that character and you go, okay, they've used their one ability that lets them dodge me, so now I eat them and that's it. That's your job. You might use it to counter an invisible woman's ultimate. They're about the same size. It's a pretty nice fit. The circle goes in the circle hole. It fits. You can force people out of it. You can do it to make space and pressure. For example, overtime, you want to pressure them off a point. You ult, they have to spread out. Maybe now they aren't as well, maybe they aren't as in a cohesive position now, or they've got non-ideal positioning because of it. And then there is the fuck it, we ball ultimate, which I think is what you did. You didn't do it to counter the Invis ult, but the Invis did let you counter her. But that's because she fucked it, to be clear. You're not getting points for this. I know I said you could use it to counter an Invisible Woman ult, but let's not pretend, Anna. You and I know you had no fucking clue this was gonna happen. You had no idea. You rolled the fucking dice. You said fuck it, we ball, and you went in. Anything could have happened, and you got it. All right. All right. The other type of ult that I didn't mention that Lee keeps telling me I should tell you guys about more is, so I'm known for stalling a little bit, but there is a different version of stalling that isn't stalling. Jeff's ultimate has a range of about 100 meters. So if you come to about like here, this is probably like 100 meters, and ult, they won't hear the ultimate sound go off. So you can use your ult in the same way as stalling, where you hide the audio cue from far away and then move in. Downsides, you need really good game knowledge to be aware of what's going on, or good communication to be aware of what's going on. Upsides, you're not out of the fight for 25 seconds because you're stalling. That's just something I wanted to mention because I don't mention it enough on this channel. I've mentioned it in the Discord and in comments before, but never directly on the channel. You can ult from 100 meters away and the enemy will not hear your ultimate. But yeah, you just got fucking lucky, Anna. Let's not pretend. And hey, even better, I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. Even better though, they gave you the ultimate, which nothing feels better than. Nothing feels better than when you ult and you just see them all. They're just there. And instead of dodging it, they give you it for free. They literally throw their ultimates at you. So here you have a Phoenix who can survive the fall, and you have an Invisible Woman who can survive the fall. Technically, Emma can survive the fall if she has Diamond Form, but 99.9% of the time she won't be able to survive the fall. Here, I would accept either throwing them or diving off. Your Adam, you can't see his health right now, so you wouldn't have this information. Your Adam is low, maybe he dies. Your Gru is dead, and the rest of your team is fine. So, diving off would mean they have a Wolverine that's almost dead, and then 3 teammates dead. So you could call it a 2 for 3. They would have 3 people alive to fight. Sorry, your team would have either 4 or 3 people alive, and their team would have 2. Your team should win that. However, I would also very much respect a spitter. Because right now, sure, the Invisible Woman might survive. Sure, the Phoenix might survive. But if you jump off, you are really hoping that your Adam survives. You're really gambling on that. And that's one of the biggest things. When people say Jeff needs 3 supports, like him to be a third pick, 90% of the time, I disagree. The case where you do need that third support, ideally in a perfect world, is when you are in your ultimate and after you've thrown yourself off of a cliff. Because if you throw yourself off of a cliff, you have died. You have died for a good reason, but you have died. So you need to be aware that your team is a support down. It isn't a 3-player swing, it is a 2-player swing. Because I'm assuming you'd spit him out. You both lost 1, and then you kill 2 people. So really, what you want to do here is ideally spit, but I'd understand the dive if you feel it's safer. So you do spit. And then you yeet him right back at the team. Now, Adam survived. And he's ulting. I don't think the ult was necessary from Adam. I don't think it was. You've got a full team. Like, I think Groot's just respawned, but everybody else is fine, I believe. Yeah, I don't... Oh, wait, no. Both your tanks were dead. Still, you win that. Look at their health bars. I don't know, but that's fine. That's besides the point. You're positioned a little aggressively, but that's fine. If you're positioned here, you should be fighting, not healing. So I want to see you fighting. You use beam more than you use aqua burst. You have 2 aqua bursts. There's a Wolverine there. You could literally kill him. Yeah, you could have killed him. You're walking off of... No, you're not. Sorry, I saw red and panicked. I'm used to blue. I hate the way I can't select what color which team is. You're healing too high up right now. If you look, remember, try and hit as many people as you can. The Groot, you can heal him and hit the enemy right now, which would help build your ult quicker. It's a small thing, but it helps. You're using your bubbles. I'm proud of you. Spit. Yeah, you waited until a bit late, but I would have spat down that corridor as well. Your Groot's ulting. You're sort of just playing it out now to try and make sure they're too fractured to push. Wolverine's going to push on the right in a second and try to push. Point. He didn't, I don't think. I think he went a different way from where I assumed he would go. Where the fuck is their Wolverine? I thought their Wolverine would have pushed. Point. Oh, he's over there. I'm dumb. That's fine. You won the round. Good job! Oh my god, I'm getting warm. Let me take off my shirt. 1 minute. How much delay do you have, Greed Souls? I talked about Game of Thrones like 20 minutes ago. Game of Thrones was amazing until the last season. Thank you for the follow. Smiley face. Shut off now. Yeah, I have. It's Raven after Dark Reaper. Can you get Kaiser in here?
I'm sorry.
Why are we looking at this woman? I want to look at a shark.
In a situation as unpredictable as this, it's important to remain flexible.
We appreciate a Jeffy that likes to show off their artwork.
The battle starts in 5.
Yeah, we've got one more round.
3, 2, 1. I need to get to the mission area. Got it?
Claire's, to test how long your delay is, type I when you see this. Position a little further back, but it's fine. Like, you're not badly positioned, I just positioned safer. You could even maybe, because you can't see him, I don't think, push up and pressure her on high ground. Although, no, what? That's dumb, sorry. You've got an Adam as your support, so you need to stay and keep healing. Keep healing, back off. You were a little slow diving there, but that's just, it is what it is. Heal the Adam. Use your bubbles. Use your bubbles. Use your bubbles! Where, who is that touching? What the fuck? We come so far and you always let me down, Anna. You always let me down. Use your bubbles. It wasn't that bad. It's just like, you hit 3 bubbles again. You were doing so good. Watch. Use your bubble. You get to 3. Your team gets slammed. You're still on 3. Use your bubble! So these panels, it's your job as Jeff to destroy them. Jeff destroys them very quickly. Really quickly. So you should be destroying these because it helps your team. And then you should be throwing your bubbles in towards your team, not towards the corner of the map where nobody is. That's just a small bit of high-level Jeff tech here for you. Generally, you should be healing your team, not the shield that sat off point. It's just a bit of advice. I know, that's some pretty high-low smart brain thinking right there from your good old pal Raven. Most of you won't get that one. But for those of you that are more intelligent, you might want to take that into your brain and shuffle it about and keep it in there. Heal your team, not the corner of the map. Okay, gamer. Keep going. Shoot the fucking Wolverine. You've got 3 Aqua Bursts. I know I said I wasn't going to be mean about the Aqua Bursts. I'm so sick of seeing 3 Aqua Bursts and people on the edge of death. Look, You can give them the Raven special. Miss them. Miss them. I don't mind. I don't mind if you miss them. But try to fucking shoot them at least. This Wolverine is not only on the edge, but on the edge in one hit. He might not have his passive up. Just fucking shoot the bastard. Kill him. Or knock him into the pit. I don't care. It'd be funny. Do something other than sit on top of them. Also, your tank's dying. Look at him. Okay. Why? What? Look. Watch. You fire one. Fine. What are you shooting at? What is this? What? I mean, you've got some fucking pretty good aimbot at least, but like, come on, he's behind 2 walls. It's not even like one breakable wall. 1, 2, 3. You destroy a wall, there's another unbreakable wall, and then there's another wall. Why did you wait until he was behind multiple walls to shoot him? A minute ago. Where's the bastard? Look, there's his, so he didn't even have his fucking passive up. If you'd been destroying these walls, you would have had a clean shot. Look at the fucker. Look at him. Shoot him! He falls into the pit! It would have been really funny! Instead, you miss, your Groot sort of puts a weird wall down that makes everybody's life harder, and then you continue to not shoot him until he starts moving towards cover, and now you start shooting! Thanks for following, Viv. Look. It's fine. Oh, you're gonna kill him in the end anyway, because he's gonna walk in a straight line at you. No, you're not gonna kill him! What the fuck? Did you just like have a gentleman's handshake and leave? What's going on? Come on. Like, okay, well, I'm sure you didn't have any aqua bursts at the time to kill him with, right? You know, when he's walking in a straight line at you, you wouldn't have had any of the knockback abilities, right? You know, the shots that do damage and knock people back? You wouldn't have had any of those up. Right? 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 You didn't have any? Like, look at it! You have 2 aqua bursts. You literally kill him. Just shoot him. Mouse button 2, it says they're on here. Shoot him with mouse button 2. Twice. You have 2 chances to hit him. 1 will kill him. 1. One of them. Just shoot him. And then not only that, here, you just leave. You have 3 of them. Oh my god. Maybe this is why people flame Jeffy. Ult to counter it. Good. Good. Swim up the wall. Do you... Anna, genuine question. Do you know how to swim up walls? Like, honestly. Because you hit that wall, and you never even consider swimming up either of them. You reposition out of it to be safe, that's good. Yeah, it is fine. It was a very bronze fight, but you won it, and that's what matters. Alright, so you do know how to swim up walls. Try to do it more often. Sometimes, like that situation, it isn't a big deal. But other times, it can be life or death. Try to remember that you can swim up walls actively. Keep position so you can see your team here. You don't want to really break line of sight with them. Oh, you're trying to throw a bubble up to your teammate. That's fine. He didn't appreciate you. You deserve a Namor that appreciates your bubbles and doesn't ignore them, Anna. You're walking really far up. Have you noticed what's happening, though? Have you noticed what's going on? Anna, tell me what's happening right now. They're backcapping the point. You're overextending and they're backcapping the point. Why is your entire team here? They're backcapping the point, Anna. Anna, they're taking it from you. The objective, that's how you win the game. They're backcapping it. Hi, Q2. Anna, they're taking the point. I don't think you ever react. You do? All right, you reacted now. You're okay. You've got a question, Q2? Fire away. Your team is doing the thing where they start winning so they overextend. This is fine if you're steamrolling them. But in almost every situation, holding them this far up isn't a good idea. Because if this team was smart, these guys would be in their spawn, just firing at you for free. The better hold angle would either be holding this choke briefly, so you're not overextending for too long, or this choke. Hold here. This is fine, because you're still close enough to point that you're relatively safe if you need to pull back, but you're not at their spawn door. What do you do when you run Jeff on double sup against two big DPS ults, like Star-Lord and Punisher? Suffer? The honest answer is, it's really difficult. I don't, like, if you're running Jeff as a second support into something like a Punisher and Star-Lord ult, you need to really focus on keeping your team alive during the ults long enough for them to kill them. The honest answer is, though, it's just not ideal. What rank am I? I think I'm only GM2 still. I've played like 10 ranked games this season. Like, I've just not been playing ranked. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't ever really play a lot of ranked, and then I played a lot of it for a couple of seasons, and now I don't have that command. And I got to like Celestial 2 in my first season as Jeff, and then haven't played ranked very much since. Like, what can I say? I like to yap about Jeff, but I don't enjoy the rank system. I don't think it's a very good representation of skill as a system. It's because, for example, I can be in the same rank as somebody else. I could have a 90% win rate and be climbing through really quickly, and they could be there because they've spent 1,000 hours on ranked. And I don't like that. I don't think you should be rewarded for playtime. I think a rank system should reward you. You should ideally look to put you with 11 people of about equal skill to you. This one puts you with 11 people of about equal rank to you, which isn't the same thing. But yeah, you should be proud of your GM1 and congratulations on it. What were we saying? Right, yeah. Holding them at somewhere like this is fine to apply pressure, and to a level, people don't talk about this often, but the mental game is something you can think about. If you beat somebody so hard they feel like giving up, they're gonna play worse. So if your team can spawn hold a team, they're really not gonna have much hope, and they're gonna start crashing out. You can join the Discord and put it in the Discord thing, and I might get to it at some point. I don't promise to review anyone's game. I just tell people when I'm gonna do them, and they submit them. Yeah, there should be placement games. There's not much to comment on right now. You're just sort of existing, firing at the box as you do, you know. Maybe that box called your mum a hoe. I don't know. Who am I to judge? We're going to fast forward a bit. There's not much going on. Your Adam is dead, which is real bad for you. All right, yeah. Your team should be running out. You have 3 bubbles. If you don't start using them, great, amazing. I won't have to fill your house with bubbles. Bubble him. Bubble him. Good. Think about a way to escape. Right now, where you're positioned, you can either go up here and rotate round, or you can go there and rotate round. You should be thinking about a way to escape, because if their team is smart, they'll go hyper aggressive on you two, because it would be 2 versus 4 or 2 versus 3 at most. But they're not smart, so they won't. Sorry, 2 versus 4, yeah. 4 versus 3? I don't fucking know. What are numbers? You can't have some people do placements and some people not. It would kind of fuck the system. The ult was kind of just random, right? Why did you ult here? Like, what was the reasoning? Space and pressure, maybe? I'm guessing that you thought they were being aggressive. They'd sort of already committed to the push. There's only another 12% on the clock. So if you get a good ultimate here, it will almost guaranteed win the game. No, Anna, I'm not saying it's a bad ult. I'm asking you why you ulted. Because you got to remember, let's say this ult was pointless and it worked in this game, right? Let's say it was a bad ult that worked in this situation. That's great. You won the 1 in 10. But what about the other 9 games? You know what I mean? When I'm watching your game, I am trying to give you advice that isn't just applicable to this one situation. So I'm asking you why you ulted. Your reasoning. I mean, yeah, you got the people you got were good, but realistically, Invisible Woman could have dodged it, Magneto could have dodged it, Penny could have dodged it. The people you got weren't necessarily options that were guaranteed to get got. Yeah, so it was a pressure thing. You wanted to try and cut their team up. You wanted to sort of stop their push before they got there. The reasoning's fine. I just wanted to know what your logic was. And then you spit them off and did none of them. Oh, wait. So Invis survived? We saw Invis jump. What did she do? Look, watch. Watch. You see that? The weird blue thing? That's Invis. What did she do? Am I insane? She jumped into the fucking wall. Ain't no way. She jumped into the wall. Oh, you didn't do it on the Penny's web. Oh, that was good. That's what I'm saying. The ult itself went off well, but you got 3 targets that would all probably have dodged it in higher elo, and then the situation was iffy. I couldn't tell what your reasoning was. Yeah, she probably was spamming her jump. Thanks for following, Coco Dream. Let's go back to you. I mean, you won. You played pretty well. There are, like, your main issues. Your positioning isn't anything terrible. Like, you haven't got bronze level positioning. You're not frontlining as Jeff. You weren't kissing the tanks too often. Your positioning was pretty good overall. I would say that your biggest issues that I saw were resource usage. You were using bubbles inconsistently. You weren't using aqua bursts basically at all. You were panicking, that type of thing. If you focus on using your bubbles more effectively, focus on using your aqua bursts to apply pressure whilst healing or to help finish off enemies, you will improve substantially. As of right now, chat, what rank would you say Anna is as a player right now? And Anna, have you ranked up since this game, and can you tell us? I need a short one to do next. Gold or silver? Maybe Rage Bill. Silver, gold at most. Gold free. Quite roughly. Celestial Trust. Okay. personally, I would say that Anna, in this game, played fairly well. But this is one of their good games. Like, it isn't like necessarily an ego game, but they played pretty well. But because this is one of their good games, I would assume they were a gold to silver to bronze player. The lower end of the metal ranks, entirely because they do the thing that a lot of low elo players do, which is where's my mouse? Look at what they're doing most of the game. Where are they? F9. Wait, is that why have you shuffled around now? Look, you're over here now. Look at what they spend most of their game doing. If I skip to different points in this game, you will see a lot of this. Anna spends most of their time healing exclusively, which is fine and necessary sometimes. But the problem with just healing, and to be clear, not the support role, but just healing in a sandbox, is easy as shit to do. Most people can just heal. The difference between a lower level support and a really good support is the way they use their kits to apply pressure. Jeff's, for example, very high mobility, the ability to pick people off very quickly if they're on mid to low health, the ability to support his team without having to be on top of them, those types of things. See, Anna, that feels fairly reasonable to me. I think if you fixed a couple of the resource management issues and found ways to apply more value, you could hit plat. I could see that. If you turned around and told me that you'd hit plat, I wasn't going to be surprised. Because, like, there's things that go wrong, but none of it, like, you don't throw the game necessarily. It's just like, if you do a lot of what is, like, just like the default value that any support could get. And the problem with that is that means their supports are also going to be getting that value at least. To climb, you need to find ways to get more value with your hero. There are games where this is what you should be doing, but if this is what you play like every game, you will struggle to have impact, because the other team will also almost always have that amount of impact from their supports. You need to be better than the other team's supports. You need to give your team a leg up, and to do that, it would be things like that Wolverine, killing him, to free up your team to do the other stuff. Bubbling people at the right time so they can speed in. For example, a really, really obvious one is a Punisher ult. You bubble him and you make sure he stays alive. You see a support on half health, which we saw earlier on with the Invisible Woman in round 1. You dive her and you kill her quickly. Those types of things are what you can be doing on Jeff to generate more value for your team. I don't think you're a terrible, garbage, awful player. I just think you're a player that makes some mistakes and doesn't use resources particularly well. But they're all things you can learn to fix. And you're pretty good overall. Like, you're playing an actively weak character in the first place. So it's not like, you know, you're playing Luna and you're in bronze. Because, like, you're not playing an S tier hero. So the problem with Jeff as a weak hero is, if you're playing a weak hero, you need to be better than the people you're against. Because if they're playing a strong hero and you're playing a weak hero, they're automatically a foot up. They're already a foot ahead of you. They start the race with a head start. So you need to be better. So it might be that if you were a Luna main, you would be silver, gold, plat. But because you're a Jeff main, you're bronze, silver, gold. Does that make sense? You need to be better than them. You need to get the most out of your kit as Jeff possible. Otherwise, you won't climb in the same way other characters would. But overall, pretty good. Not like you didn't do terrible. Just use your fucking bubbles. Alright, chat. They start with a head shark. Raven 2025. Alright, chat. Do we do one more of these, or do we play some games with the community? What are we feeling? What do we want? Do we want some Jeffy gaming, or do we want some more Jeffrey review? Bubbles! You two? I don't know who's next yet. I'll have to check. What do we want? One more? Can I ask something? You can ask anything, Greed Souls. One more. Okay, cool. Everybody wants me to do another one. We'll find another one. Greed Souls, ask away. Let's have a look. Watch my VODs. Okay. We've got one from Reaper. Reaper, isn't yours going to be a quick play game, though? Maybe I want a high elo one. I've done 2 bronze Jeffies, and these will be going up around the same time. They're going to both go up whilst I'm on holiday. And there's a diamond one. Bronze. Diamond. What's a high elo one? Grandmaster? Ooh. Guys, you need to make sure you send me the right season's info. Not for this one, because right now I can't see their win rate. You see how it's all modes? It could be ranked. Might not be. I just want advice, but I am at a bottleneck right now. I was thinking we watch a GM Jeffy, you know. Oh, this person has taste. Look at that immaculate skin. Oh. What rank were you? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ! This is what 1,000 games on Jeffy looks like. Wait, do we watch Stat Farmers? This is what 1,000 games on Jeffy look like. I changed my intro this season. Yeah. The reason my intro is different is because my channel's fucked at the moment. It's doing garbage, so I'm just trying different things. Like, that's not even at 1,000 views yet. That's crazy. What are the analytics like? That's pretty good. That's 1 second less than normal, but it's a short video, so that makes sense. Because this doesn't scale with length of video. Average view duration is just based off of all of your videos. So if my normal video is 15 minutes, this is 10 minutes, it's going to be lower. The stats look pretty good on it. I don't know why it's doing badly. Interestingly, this one has way better click-through rate. Significantly better. And it's only being shown to 10k people, so it might just do better later on. It might just be a time thing. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. None of this. Right. I think we watched this one. I'm interested to see what 1,000 games is. What would I have to do that you review my gameplay? Oh, come into the server and follow this. Like, I don't promise to review anyone's gameplay. You put it in here, I look through for something, and then I decide, oh, we're going to watch this person's. And that's basically what I do. I don't promise to watch anybody's. You post it in here, and then at some point, I will hopefully get to it, or I won't get to it. There is no guarantee. It isn't something that it's not like I am a paid coach. I don't expect you to pay me to do it. I just do it, and then you might get it or not. And you send it by joining the Discord. And then if you don't know what to do from there, ping a moderator, they'll tell you. I like the video. Thanks, Duck. Yeah, I mean, I've went live on YouTube right after uploading it. So, like, people are going to be watching me here and stuff as well. It's not doing, like, awful. It's just not doing great. My channel in general is doing a little bit worse than it was. But that's fine. It happens. You go through ups and downs on YouTube. It's completely natural. Anyway. What is it? Favorites? And then search. Okay, I'm not looking at any of that. The reason I skip through it and don't read it is because I don't want to know how the game ends and I don't want to know what's going on. Wasn't this a GM one? Am I crazy? Did I copy the wrong code? Oh, that's career height. The career height is GM3. Sorry, is Scout, what are they called? Stat Farmer. Stat Farmer. They are in the game. It's the right person. Exclamation mark Discord. Alright, where are they? What team are they on? They're on blue. Wait. What the fuck? 1 minute. Are they not gonna Jeff? I didn't want to check because I don't want to ruin it for myself. They do turn into Jeff later. Chat, 1 minute. When do they Jeff? Still not Jeff. Okay, fine, we'll watch somebody else. This person isn't Jeffy. Guys, I will only watch your replay if you're Jeff. Obviously. I'm not gonna fucking review Rocket gameplay. Well, first off, I don't know anything about Rocket. I'm not a Rocket main. Second off, I don't want to watch someone play Cookie Clicker. If I did, I'd watch it. I appreciate that despite the lack of views and income, you still do what you love. It's, you know, we all benefit from it in some way. You get content, I get to pretend I'm an adult working a job. Right. We need a different one. Because that one wasn't Jeff. I wanted a Halo one. Oh, and then they're old. Okay, these are all of what we have right now. Should we do one of the ones in chat at the moment? There's Reaper. Ducklord. I know these people. Ducklord's a console gamer. Should we do Reapers? Reapers might not become a video, though. Because I have a feeling Reapers isn't going to be... Raven, Rocket isn't not just cookie cutter. You crazy COVID. No, not cutter. Clicker. Yeah, I know, but I'd rather it just be a Jeff game, all game. This is another GM one. We can try this one. Is this person Jeff all game? They are. Oh. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh. I've never felt so disappointed in Jeff mains before. The fuck is this? What the fuck is this, man? No heals, no peels. You locked in Squirrel Girl? You need to get yourself checked. And then we've got Panap. Locking in Loki? What are you? A liar? Get the fuck out of my sight. Okay, somebody put a replay code in front of my face. Do it. Somebody. Where are they? What? Q2? Yeah, but they're spamming it in chat. I mean, I try not to be biased. And just pick random ones out of chat, because then people do it. I could do... Yeah, but the problem is I can't be mean to Reaper. Reaper's lovely. But no, we like Reaper. I don't want to be mean to them. Do it. Do it. Maybe, what? Nah, be mean, I need it. Okay, this sounds like a kink thing at this point. Why are you asking for it like that? Behave. Alright, let's go. Favorites. Alright.
Hero or villain.
Where are you, fuckhead? There you are, Reaper. Oh, wait, Kaiser. Crystal Fox, Gigabrad. It's the Infinity Gauntlet of idiots. I know these ones. Does this one go on for a while? Oh, there's 3 rounds again. Again. Guys, I'm gonna be here until midnight. It is. I don't know if it's quick match. It doesn't matter. This one's not. I'm gonna fucking die. Chat, if you don't want me to, if you want me to watch all of this, I need to see some Twitch primes in chat right now. I need to see some Twitch primes in chat right now. Right fucking now. I want to see you scroll down You click that subscribe button, but instead of paying, you take that money from Jeff Bezos instead. You tick the box that says subscribe with free with Prime. And you do that, and it doesn't cost you anything, and it supports me in my eternal suffering of watching you fucking idiots play the game and not use your fucking bubbles. Alright? Who did you use it on, Lost Sinner? Was it me? Probably. Considering that you had the sub badge. Can't already use it on you. That's a lie, Doug. You got gifted it. What the fuck are you on about? Yeah, Doug got gifted it though, right? I swear I remember Doug gifted it. Are you going to be live tomorrow? Yes. Hey, YouTube guys, don't think you get away with it. It just costs about £3 to subscribe on your side. If it's an hour-long match, no thanks. I don't think it's an hour-long match. It's 20 minutes, guys. It'll take me an hour to get through it, though. Fine. But, okay, you know what? We'll do it, but I'm speedrunning it, alright? I'm just gonna be really mean. I'm gonna be like Reaper's toxic teammate, alright? Alright? Bubbling, bubbling, good. You're bubbling your team up as well. Oh my god, oh my god. But you know what you are doing? You're doing it too often. You should spread it out more. You're fucking useless. Spread out your fucking bubbles, you idiot. Oh my god, why are you jumping around so much? Who do you watch play Jeff that teaches you that jumping around like an idiot is how you play him? Oh, this is fine. Bubble him. Good. You've got a really good line of sight in this point. It's a good position. Yeah, it feels that way, Viv. All the good replays were last season. Bubble left. You did bubble, I think you just missed. I heard the blah sound, but you didn't hit them. Yeah, you bubbled too late. And then you bubbled yourself, which is fine. I'm already bored. Hey, Ducklord. Fuck off, then. You don't have to be here. You choose to be here. Don't be a dickhead. Bubble Fox. Bubble Fox. Make sure you keep them bubbled so they keep healing. Dive. So again, you gain CC immunity when you do that. When Jeff dives, you gain complete CC immunity. Try to dive. Obviously, that's a reaction speed thing because I think you know that. So it's more of just a reaction speed thing, which you know happens sometimes. I mean, I quite often don't react quick enough. Yeah, you're bubbling yourself out. Is your team dead? No. They're dying now, though. The Panther, you should try to swim up walls to avoid. So let's say this Panther dives you, you'd swim up this tree, and you'd wait for your team to help you. Or, if you're good and have really good ping, and the Panther has really good ping, you can shoot him and knock him out of his dashes. But you need really good ping for that to work. Otherwise, it won't register correctly, and you'll just do fucking nothing. Your team is losing this fight. Like, you're pushing in, but you're currently losing it. You need to wait for the rest of your team to arrive. Oh. 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 So, fun fact, if you count, I believe it's 7 or maybe 8 swings, you can eat her as she comes out of it. Hi, Juice. Did the blade block that, or did it just... I didn't see him block. He did block. And you only got your friend. Oh wait, no, you're red, aren't you? You got that penny. Good, good, good. Wait. No, you did only get your... What the... That's so confusing. Look. Reaper is red team. Kaiser, who is also on the red team, is currently blue. That's so wild. Crazy. Look, Lord, if you don't stop using your ult, I will ban your ult as well, and then I'll ban your main forever. Yeah, so that you just got, I think. All right, 1 minute. Let's go back to your ult. 1 second. So here you ult in a second, and it's to survive, right? So you ult to survive, which is fine. Issue, you're 2 people down already. You're effectively 3 people down, so your team is 3 versus 6 at the moment. Unlikely to win that. Their team is also incredibly spread out and has a lot of dodging abilities. Like, if you look at their comp, Thing can dodge it, Panther can dodge it, Blade can dodge it, Psylocke can dodge it, Rocket can dodge it, and Invis can dodge it. There is no one that you get for free here. So I understand why you did it to survive, but it was, I feel like it was more of a panic button than a strategical play. Yeah, it is really confusing, Viv, I agree. Yeah, I think, realistically, this was a bad ultimate. You did it as a panic button. There's no strategy to it. You use it here. Kaiser jumps into it, and that person, and then the blade dodges it, and then your team arrives quick enough to stop you dying. But, like, realistically, look who you arrived with. Like, you're back, you're still here. If you died, you're back already anyway. Like, so you used your ult and got nothing for it because it was more of a panic button than an actual good ultimate, if that makes sense. And on this map especially, your team wiped, basically. Fuck it, we stole. Right here, it's harder on this side. You can stall on that side and this side, but this one's slightly harder. If you can get into this tree and land here, you can stall. You need to hold W forward, and then you can slip backwards when you're ready to come off. You could have stalled out and just waited there, so they didn't know when your ult was going to go off. You could have died and reset, or you could have not been stacked on the support in the first place to avoid the ultimate being so obvious for the Psylocke to take. What do you mean you didn't know there's an ult? There's a stall spot there, Reaper. It's in my video about the map. We haven't. Nobody's made a current all stall spots guide. No. Psylocke, yeah, that's what I meant. You're being pampered. Swimming in circles unironically does work. I advocate for the swim up wall strategy, but swimming in circles does work because if you watch how Panther dives, when he hits dive, it's a straight line, right? So if you're in a circle and you've moved outside of the hitbox range, he no longer hits you. Issue with your circle is, it's too circly. It's too small, too circly. You're going like this, meaning no matter what, his hitbox is still over you. If you go like this, and he dives across there, you're over here and it misses you. It's a more of a gambling way to dodge it, because you're just hoping he doesn't hit the right part of the circle. Swim up the wall. There is no easy counter to Black Panther. He's a pain in the fucking arse. But he's still, you know, playable into. You just need to find, however... Are you EU or NA? EU. You just need to find a way to avoid his dashes. And the circle does work, you just needed it to be bigger. Because if he was better, he wouldn't have had to run away then. You're just panicking, you're just panic spraying. And the reason you're panic spraying is because you have teammates like this, right? So you're having to do this movement to heal them all. You know what would make it easier? Reposition. Now you can heal here, you can heal there, and there's a way smaller cone. These guys, they'll either push up or they'll die. If you don't want to leave the other support alone, move back behind the support, and then look, you have a way smaller cone to heal again. You could go here where you were before, maybe further away so you're not on top of her, and you can do it. Or if you do like this position because you feel a bit safer, drop bubbles around her. You're stood too close. You're too close. You're healing right now. You're not doing damage. There is no advantage for being point blank for healing. No advantage. I don't know, Q2. We'll see how long it takes. Yeah, if you just move further away, it won't be as hard of a time to do this. Shoot him. You've got free aqua burst. You've got free aqua burst. Shoot him. You didn't use them. He died anyway, but that's not the point. Shoot him. You have 3 of your shots that do damage. Shoot him. Also, free bubbles. But it's fine. But like, use your bubbles. Right now, guys, look. You can have 5 bubbles on the map. 5, yeah? And 3 in your pocket. Unless you have 5 bubbles on the map, you should never have 3 bubbles in your pocket. Ever. Reaper? How many bubbles do you have on the map? None. You have no bubbles on the map, Reaper. Reaper? Put some fucking bubbles on the map. Stop being greedy, you little bubble hoarder. Stop bubble hoarding. Share your bubbles with the team, Reaper. Share your fucking bubbles. Reaper, empty your pockets. They're full of bubbles. Right now, you are not generating value. This is fine. You're a little close, but also, like, this is fine. You're not actually in any danger. You've still got free bubbles, though. You've still got free bubbles. And all I'm saying is right now, could be bubbling your tank, so they have a bit more mobility. Maybe they can dodge something if it's thrown at them. You could be bubbling your Luna, in case there's a certain Panther on his way over that could cause issues for them. You could be bubbling your DPS, so she can reposition and react to things faster. You could be throwing bubbles around the point, just in case you need them later, so they aren't wasting space in your pocket. You could do any of those things. Instead, you greedy fucking bubble hoarder, you're keeping them in your pocket. What's in your pocket? Is it bubbles? Maybe share some. Share your bubbles. Thank you for the follows, guys. Share your bubbles, Reaper. You've had 3 bubbles for 10 minutes. Don't funny thing. There's no explanation. Oh my god, Kaiser, that web was gross. Oh my god. Sorry, 1 minute. Can we just appreciate this? 1 second. Watch this. Watch this. Look at this penny play. Is it? What time is it? Kaiser. Kaiser, what time is it? It's not clobbering time. I wanted to know what time it was, and I didn't get to know. Because Kaiser made sure we didn't. Reaper, that doesn't mean you should hoard them. Reaper, your defense of every time I place them, somebody grabs them, isn't a good defense. Because guess what? They're more valuable as just a flat speed boost with 0 healing on your team than doing nothing in your pocket. I would rather my teammates pick them up just for the 15% speed boost than have them in my pocket doing nothing. Alright? Always be regenerating a bubble. You can hold 2 bubbles at once. Never hold 3 bubbles at once. There is 0 reason. Are you moving back? You missed your own bubble. Reaper. Okay, so here the reason you missed it is because you threw it too far forward. You threw it, and then dove straight down. If you held W, you would have dove forward into the bubble. We need an indicator on how many bubbles we have on the map. Real. You're gonna get dove. Another survival ult. So far, both of Reaper's ultimates have been to survive. Luckily for you, the rocket ulted, so you are in a good position to use it for something. But on the other hand, it is just an ult you use to survive. It's not like it was a well-planned, calculated ultimate. Remember what I said about ultimates. Use them to counter things. Use them to save your team. Use them to take space and make space. Use them to stall to then do those things more effectively. Don't just use them. Have a reason to. Now, surviving is a fair reason. The team currently is one person down. So if you get a big ult, it could save the fight potentially. The downside of this ult is your team is one person down and now they're a second person down. They would have been a second person down anyway, but let's say you just lost the fight and didn't use any ultimates. Next fight you'd come back with those ultimates. But it's fine. I think you're going to get some type of value here. Yeah, you get Rocket and Panther. Oh, zigzag. You swam into you swam in a straight line again. Look, 1 minute. Look, you see that? You swam in a straight line. Let's go back one more time. You come around the corner here, I think, over the branch. Yeah, so watch. There, straight line. Here. Let me show you something, guys. Actually, yeah, I can probably do it on my channel so I don't have to go into it. That is an interesting thumbnail. If I go into my channel... Oh, it might be better on my main channel, my second channel, actually. So I'll do it on my second channel because it's VODs. Let's do that. Where's a video that's just normal? They're Mimi. These were in ranked, right? So I was trying in these. All right. What I want is for me to be running away from someone. We can't. All right. When do we get attacked at some point? Okay, I want to find a game where I'm running away. Where's like a moment where I'm... Okay, I don't fucking know. This video's new. Surely I remember what I'm doing in these. Because I had wait, yeah, I do run away in this video, don't refreshing, it should reset the delay as much as it can, but YouTube has a long delay. Here, right. So you can see here, I'm on the enemy side of the map, right? I'm on the wrong side of the map. Why am I here? I went to stop a portal and the team lost the fight before I stopped the portal because I left too early. It'd be crazy. I get over here. I get shot. There's the Phoenix, not Phoenix, Psylocke. So I come back and I make it look like I'm gonna go this way, but then I stop because I know that she's gonna prepare herself. So I waste time. So she dives towards me, and now she's behind me. Then look, even though I've got a lock-on character here, I'm still moving and wiggling. Look how much my fin moves. It isn't going in a straight line. Watch how much my fin moves. Watch. Left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Left. Oh my god. Notice how I'm swimming in and around things, and even when I'm moving in a straight line, my fin is still flicking from side to side, right? I'm never going in a straight line. And because of that, I survive a fight versus 3 people by myself. Again, watch what happens. So I come out, my team is dead, and I don't want to die. I'm being greedy here. I really could just kill myself and respawn with the team, but I don't want to die. I want to survive, right? It's an ego play, but I'm good enough to make the ego play because I'm an ego player sometimes, all right? Watch, shoots me. If I swam into her here, I die. If I swim at her, I die. I don't swim at her. I go back, I bait her. Then I come back round, she has to dive towards me because she thinks I'm just going to sit there. I drop a bubble, dive into it, move, and look at it again, pay attention to zigzags. I swim under the person that doesn't have to aim to hit me. Because they're going to hit me no matter what. So I'm not focused on this person. I'm focused on getting around this person to the right, the Phoenix. Because Psylocke is not Psylocke, because Cloak is going to hit me whether I'm thinking or not. Cloak just hits me. The Phoenix doesn't. So I swim around the cloak. Under the cloak and around the Phoenix. And then I make sure to weave in between these pillars. Oh my god. Before just swimming back to my team. What do you say to that? You think you look at the movement there? And then look at the same amount of movement in this situation. Do you see the difference? Now, it isn't a 1-to-1. You can't jump out. You can't use bubble. You are in your ultimate. The difference is though, you swam in a straight line completely. And that's where the big game changer is. Whether you're moving in a straight line or not. Try to make your movement unpredictable. Do you play on a controller or a keyboard, Reaper? Because a keyboard lets me hard flick a lot more. Whereas you can't do that as well on a controller. A mix. Jeff is definitely better on a keyboard. I'll show you after this game. I'd go up here. Right now, you're going to have a really hard time healing your teammates that are around this corner over here. So, for example, your Magneto. If you swim up here, you can heal your Penny, you can heal the Blade, or you can heal the Magneto. The high ground is way better in this situation. They also don't have anyone that's really going to threaten you massively on high ground. Don't get me wrong, Panther can threaten you, Blade can threaten you, Salok can all threaten you, but they have to come to you. They can do that whether you're on low or high ground, and you still have this cover, and there is also, I believe, health kit right there, yeah. So if somebody does threaten you, you're not too far away from help. You can either go to that or jump down and get a health kit there. So I really like this position up here, because you can see the entire point about as good as Jeff is going to get a view of it. You're in between two health kits, and you've got cover and multiple angles onto the point if you want to get more aggressive. You can rotate around here, and you can see this side of the tree, which is blocked from this angle. Sorry, not tree, sword. You can rotate here, and you get a different angle of the sword that you didn't have before. So I like this high ground here. That's where I would recommend you be right now, rather than below ground. If the Panther was really, really, really good, I'd sit on the penny nest so I could swim up the wall and have the protection. Bubble. Yeah, there we go. Bubble. Just a bit slow, but bubble. The goal is for the enemy not to know where you're going to move, Greed Souls. But yeah, if you can trick the enemy into thinking you're going one way and then go another, that's great. Because then they're going to waste time. It's a bit like Dead by Daylight, right? Imagine you are a survivor and they are the monster. And you are playing at something, and you're playing around a bit of wall, and you want the enemy to think you're going a different direction to you're going so you can make more space. It's the same in Marvel Rivals as Jeff. If you're just trying to survive, you want the enemy to not know what you're going to do, because if you know what someone's going to do, they're easier to hit. If you ask any good sniper player, when is it easiest to hit someone? When they're not stood still. Like when they're not completely stood still, the answer is often when they're in the air jumping. Because if you jump, you are now in a set arc, you're in a set trajectory. Jeff doesn't have that, where he's in a set movement pattern because he can end it early. But for most characters, if they jump into the air, they're coming back down again. And for Jeff, the best play is to go... So, following that logic of it's easiest to hit someone when they're jumping because you know where they're going to go, it's harder to hit someone when you don't know where they're going to go, because you have to guess or make a really accurate prediction. Make it harder to hit yourself by making your movements unpredictable. Because often I don't even consciously think about what I'm doing anymore when I'm moving. That's just how I move as Jeff. Yeah, it's exactly like DBD type thing. You want to juice them. This positioning's fine. Like, now that your team is here, if you went up here, and let's say your team split right, you'd have a hard time seeing them. You'd have to walk all the way around here. Whereas at least right now... Jeffy! What happened to your spine? Jeffy! Why do you look... Jeffy, are you out of a horror movie? But no, because right now, let's say your team for some reason went to the right. you would want to be able to keep line of sight with them so you'd rotate here, right? Whereas if you were up there, they could move into positions that you can't follow them in up there. So when they're this deep on point, you want to be on point with them. It also makes it easier to react to you. Guys, look, I know I take a while to replay to do replays, but it's because I do them like I'm trying to help. I'm trying to give information. Like I could rush through, but I'm a yapper. I take a while to explain things. And I try to help with anything I see. I tabbed out, that's why the audio stopped. I don't know if you could save Blade then. They didn't even try to get on. I was going to say if they start pushing, you should hit them with your Aqua Burst or maybe use your fucking bubbles. But neither of those were at the end of the world.
It appears some timelines feature a very different version of me.
I have to keep the retention up in between the match.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Where are you?
Well, look at you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Get to the point. Should we see if you bubble? You bubble? You watch me play, you better fucking bubble. You do bubble.
3.
And you're walking.
All you need to do.
And you're bubbling the slow tar. That is exact. And you bubbled the people in front of you. Oh, Reaper. So good. You know what I feel like? Watching when people do something well. What's it called? I'm not an anime enjoyer, but sometimes I watch an anime and I really enjoy it. And one of the anime I watched and enjoyed is Spy X Family. Where is it? And where's the head teacher? Oh, it's not got the fucking thing. I want the head teacher. What's he fucking called? I don't want a fucking dumb edit. Just show me the fucking head teacher. I don't even remember what it's. I mean, I'll do it. I can't fucking find it. Wait, here he is. Henry Henderson.
今年の受験生は質が低いな。エレガンス。エレガンス。
Where is it? It is this scene. Here.
スマート&エレガント。
It's just, I feel like that. I feel like the way I react is the same fucking thing. Just just the breakdown the second somebody meets his standards, and I'm just like, you bubbled them correctly? Or you didn't bubble them and I freak out equally as much. I just overreact, guys. Alright. Alt. 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 Look at them. Look at these free fuckers getting a free ultimate that they're just chilling out in. Look at this guy. He's creeping on in. Look at that. He's in his creeping pose. And look at you. Disappointing as always. Disappointing. Letting us down. You see that right there? The circle goes in the circle hole. But instead, no. Reaper does not put anything in any holes. And honestly, it's disappointing. And then you just ult, and both the support. Okay, well, that ult's won the fight for them. Unforgivable. I do like the long distance sniping if you needed your ultimate. I do this quite a lot, so I can't blame you for it. But right now, you're doing damage to them, right? But you're not applying any pressure because you do so low DPS as Jeff. And you already have your ultimate. So you're not actually doing anything for yourself or your team, but you are feeding the enemy ultimates very slightly. It isn't the end of the world, and it's definitely min-maxy to say don't do it. But like, realistically, if you really want to min-max, there is zero reason to shoot them here. You have your ultimate, so you aren't going to get anything from it. They don't all have their ultimates. You're doing damage to them, so they're gaining more from this than you are. Because you're not putting pressure on them. You don't have a high enough DPS. If somebody was low, it would make sense to do it. But they're all on full health. They're all safe. There is no pressure on them. You're just charging their ultimates. Use upwards mobility to counter Panther. This Panther's not very good, so it's fine, but just remember to try that. Why did you ult? You placed it, you did the fucking Raven special. Oh my god. Oh my god, what a boy. Oh my god, he's so handsome. Well, that's going straight in my Jeffy wallet. No. You perfectly placed the ult right between them at a time where you didn't really need to ult. Like, what advantage do you get? Like, don't get me wrong. I can understand. I understand that you want to create pressure with it, but that's just what an ult does by default. You sort of ulted, and it was before anything happened. And the big problem with Jeff is he gets really heavily countered by ability cooldowns. And because you went in whilst everybody still had all of their abilities up, it just led to you dying. It just led to you dying. Should we watch my my muffin, my sweet baby boy, my Prince Charming? Look at him. Look at the way he fills the enemy with his load. Look at that. He just blasts so violently. My sweet little guy. He isn't gonna die to a Psylocke. He's better. He shoots his web all over them and then murders them to death. Honestly, I could be so much better for you than Reaper, Kaiser. Kaiser, you deserve so much better than Reaper. Why can't you just accept that I'm your one true love, babes? Why must you be with silly shark girl that can't land shark ultimate when you could be with big shark Chad man like me? Have you ever thought about this? I could do that for you. I could ride your shoulders into battle. You could ride me in the evening. We'll take turns. We'll make this together. You and I, our future, our love. You just have to dismiss this creature from your life, this harpy. This harpy. Chloe, I'll set up a cook chair for you, don't worry. Chloe, bonk him. Okay, fine. I guess I'm not allowed to fuck my admins. I'll keep reviewing this person then. Shoot her, you have free aqua bursts. Okay, so something I've noticed about a lot of I know I'm not swooning over Penny, I'm swooning over Kaiser. Kaiser is my admin. Yeah, but you're like less cool of an admin than Kaiser, right? Kaiser's like really hot and handsome and tall, and he could hold me. You're really like short and feminine. And why would I want that when I could have Chad? And no model for you. It's fine. I'll get Kaiser to model for me. He has dreamy eyes. He could be a model. You can't fuck your admins if you're already spoken for. Who says? Maybe Chloe would allow it. All right, let's get back on track. No more admin fucking, all right? Stop, chat, calm down. You're too horny. Chat, calm down. Be less horny. God, so unserious. You can't even take one review without getting horny, chat. God. All right. Shoot them, you have for Aqua Burst. Something I've noticed about a lot of mid and low elo Jeffs is their resource management is really poor. They forget to use bubbles, they forget to use Aqua Bursts. When you have a regenerating resource, not having that resource be used, not having that resource be regenerating is wasting its value. Not necessarily all of the time with Aqua Burst, because it doesn't just sit on the map, but bubbles especially, and Aqua Burst is more situational, obviously, than a bubble. But like in that situation, she was on your screen for 2, 3, 4 seconds. You could have shot at her. Good job. Drop some bubbles. Yeah, we're doing some shot reviews. Wait, yeah. When's mine and Kaiser's fanfic coming out, Reaper? You can write it for us. Just keep pissing in that corridor, empty your Aqua Burst into it, keep your team alive. Maybe throw a bubble behind the Luna. You tried to dive, you looked down. Okay, look. Because this is, for those who don't know, when you spectate, your screen roughly follows what they were doing, almost exactly, but like... So watch, instead of hitting shift, you look down. You look at the floor. What? Just hit shift. You don't need to, like, you can jump and then hit shift to animation cancel dive, but like, you don't need to look at the floor. It doesn't speed you up. That doesn't surprise me, Reaper. What, writing fanfics is like a tick for you? Hey, we just love women so much, right, Coven? No! My boy! Look what they did! Mother, they pinned him against the wall and stuck their blade into him. Why couldn't it be me? It should have been me! Wait, what? Yes, I'm a feminist and 6'7". I'm not. I'm a homophobe. Wait, let's keep going. Oh. So, yeah, I mean, you did it, but you were in a stairway, but just in case it isn't obvious to someone, the ultimate goes in this direction, swim this way. It don't do the thing where, like, well, you can't phase through reality, but you know what I mean. Swim to the side to get out of this ultimate. Don't do the being chased by a boulder and runs in a straight line. Go to the left or right. You make it out, but I just figured I'd mention it. You didn't do something wrong there. Did they have a Loki? Oh no, it was your one that ulted after. Wait, is that a thing, Sketch? Women get target banned by incels? That's fucking crazy. Don't get me wrong, I know women get harassed and stuff at a way higher level, but like, I didn't know like they got like mass reported and target banned. Is that something that's like actually that's fucking insane, man. Like, be so for real. Crazy. I can't see shit. So that's my review of that section. Alright, great. Ah, okay, I missed that joke entirely. I love the way you Aqua Burst whilst having full bubble. Thank you. You used one. Use another. Come on. Empty your bubble. Hold one bubble. Empty two. Come on, just two. Just drop two. Drop two bubbles. Please. Throw one forward and one below you. You were a bit slow on that, but it's fine. I see what you're trying. You turn the wrong way. That's just movement. You're not going to make it to the edge. Yeah. You need to be... You did it, though. You did dive. Good call. Well done. You know, if you bubble yourself, you swim quicker. That was decently done. It wasn't perfect. You were a little slow, and then you got... then you spent too much time dropping your allies instead of getting to the edge. But, like, it's fine. It happens. You panicked. Again, something else I'm noticing when I watch low to mid-elo Jeffs. They forget they can swim up things. This is a wall. You were swimming. Right? Yeah, you did. You started swimming. Right, okay. Instead of going that way, go up here, curve around, and like come up here. Then it's way harder to keep chasing you. You didn't want to die, but you panicked and died because of it. Okay, and there he goes. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'd be out for blood if the Jeff tried to throw me off the map. That's actually insane, Coven. I'm waiting for this round to end. What the fuck? Why is it still going on? This positioning is pretty good. Being in this building's pretty good. You've got a health pack to your left. You're undercover. Dive when the Spider-Man tries to fight you. Yep, that's fine. This Widow, and not this Widow. This Hela isn't in the server, are they? I can tell because they're significantly better than most of my community. They killed a Spider-Man. My community can't kill Spider-Man. Interesting use of your ultimate. Spit out your team now. They've probably regenerated enough. That's fine. Yep. And then you killed him. Amazing. Turn around quicker, though, so your team doesn't have to go without a healer for a long time. Focus heal the Luna. Focus heal the Luna. Focus heal the Luna. And then you've got a teammate on the other side of the point that's getting damaged. All right. That's in an ultimate. Unfortunate. Yeah, you were turned into sushi. It happens. We all get sushi'd sometimes. Alright, and I'm guessing that's where the game ends. Yeah. You've got one more round. Alright. We already know you know how to nail this start. Wait, is it laggy for anyone else? Well, that's a terrible thing to ask you guys. It's like weirdly laggy. Oh my god, what is going on? Oh, it stops. Look. Now I've paused it. What the hell? Ugh. Why is it like this? Does it stop at any point? No. Okay, we're gonna have to stop watching this last bit, I think. Or we can just try reloading and see if it helps. Do I still have it copied? I don't. Okay, 1 minute. Where is it? Reaper. Let's retry one more time before we... Oh. Reaper. Wah. Yeah, it's really weird. Let's see if it's happening. Oh. Oh, it's better this time. Weird. Alright, your positioning's a little awkward there. I would have either stayed on high ground or jumped down. I wouldn't have walked up. You're putting yourself in danger. Use your bubbles. Make sure you keep your Luna bubbled. It'll keep her surviving and keep her healthy. Using your bubble to survive there and keep yourself healthy makes sense. Put one on your Luna. You've got... You are... You greedy bitch. Share your fucking bubbles. You have used like 4 bubbles this game so far. We're like 10 seconds in and they've all been only on you. Share them. Give your Luna a bubble. She's bubbleless. Oh. Notice how your support healed you up there? You should bubble her to do the same for her. Okay. This is some Raven viewer bullshit right here. The swims around and then just comes out behind the enemy team and doesn't react to it at all. And it's just like, fuck it, right? I'm here now. This is me. This is something you've watched me and learned to do. It's terrible, but it's what I do, so I can't yell at you. Dive. I mean, it's fine, right? Yeah, bubble. 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 Okay, you got her. Bubble. 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 You have 3 bubbles! Use your bubbles! Reaper! Reaper! Use your fucking bubbles! What's wrong with you? Oh, good. You used it on yourself again. You know your team? What role is this? It's Strategist. What's another name for the Strategist role? Support. Be more supportive, you selfish fuck. What is this today? Why are you all bubble hungry meanies? Share bubbles with your team. Share them. Share some love. Stop hoarding the bubbles. Stream is freaking out? Yeah, I know. There's not much I can do about it. Stream do be doing that sometimes. Okay, you bubbled again. On yourself. Don't ult. If I see you ult, I'm gonna fucking throw hands. Use your bubble. You're such a greedy little bubble hoarder. Share the bubbles. I swear you've used like 10 bubbles this game and maybe 2 have went to your allies. Alright. If you were ever going to do an aggressive ult, you would wait probably about 10 seconds from now when your team engages, they start to trade cooldowns with the enemy, and then you'd use your ult aggressively. Because you need to wait for cooldowns to be traded. Okay. That was ambitious. It kind of worked, but now you've left your team to 2v6. Because 3 of you aren't there. You've left your partner and a guy you don't know to fight 5 of the enemies. But hey, you killed that random guy. Don't worry, Kaiser and the random guy in your team died for it, but you got that blade. I would have dropped my teammates immediately, is basically what I'm saying. And even then, it probably wasn't worth it. No! Imagine if you had your ultimate for that. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Oh, you just want to... You really love to kiss the unknown. Look at this, right? You don't know what's on the other side of this wall. Does that scare you? No, look at that Jeffy. That Jeffy feels no fear. There could be anything here. There could be a panther. There could be a thing. There could be a Hulk. You don't care. You're gonna stick your whole Sharkussy into that thing and just gobble it down. You don't need to, you don't gain more healing by being closer. You could like stand on this high ground pillar and piss into it. Instead, you're like, oh, I wonder what's in this invisible thing. Let's gamble it with my fucking jaw. I love this move. The fucking this move. This is my favorite healing move that I've seen Reaper do. Just I don't know who to heal, so I'm gonna keep waggling my wand around to heal as many people as possible. killed someone. I'm so proud. But it means nothing. Why? Because you still have 3 fucking bubbles in your pocket, you greedy fucking bitch. Share the bubbles. Thank you for the $5, Google user. Banana bread. Banana bread. Bum bum banana banana bread bum 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 banana bread bum bum banana 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 bread. Banana bread bum 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 banana bread bum bum bum. Drop your bubbles, you greedy bitch. Drop your bubbles. Why do you have 3 bubbles? Look, your team has been in a fight for like 5 minutes. I've been yapping about banana bread, and you're still not dropping bubbles. Guys, if you take one piece of advice away from my stream today, please, please, for the love of all that is Jeffrey, use your fucking bubbles. Use your fucking bubbles. Look at this. Does the bubble count even go below 3? I've forgotten the number between 1 and 3. What number is it? Because I haven't seen it in so long. You're ulting to save Luna there, which isn't terrible. I would say unnecessary, though. If a Luna and a Jeff can't kill someone together, there's probably a skill issue. He can dash. Don't throw him upwards. Luna and Jeff very much are capable of killing a blade together. I don't think you need more. Yeah, honestly, it's been the same thing all night here. My favorite bit of this game is the way that you die here, right? Watch. So you kill him. Pretty cool, right? You throw a bubble, you miss it. Do you drop another one to make sure you still have a speed up? Nope, you just go out and die and then drop a bubble on death. You're like fucking Sonic. You run around hoarding bubbles and then you drop them upon taking damage. Like the hell? Yeah! Who are you in this game, Tier? I like that you're willing to fight. Don't get me wrong, Reaper. I'm devastated by your performance. It honestly, it's made me reconsider both our friendship and your position of power within my community. But I am happy that you are willing to be aggressive as Jeff sometimes. That is nice. What the Reaper? Right, look. Alright, cool. And then watch this. What the fuck are you spraying over there for? He's one hit and right next to you. Chat, I want you to know. When you go into ranked and somebody flames you because Jeff players don't heal, this right here, this scoundrel, this monster, this bubble hoarding, I almost said bubble hoarding baddie. This bubble hoarding meanie is the reason. Not only do I present to you Subject A, them very clearly not healing their teammate that is literally one hit next to them, but also the entire rest of this video where they refuse to share bubbles with anyone on their team. I cannot believe it. I understand this may be troubling for some of you to see. It is hard to watch. But I promise that I will make it my personal quest to ensure that Reaper never plays Jeff again. Let's continue. Fair warning though, trigger warning, the following footage may cause mental harm to Jeff players. The panic in your movement is so fucking readable. Bubble hoarding baddie. You've got 3 bubbles. That would have been such a good time to drop one. Look at this. Reaper, you go on the bounce pad and everything. Look, watch. Look at this. E drops one there. E drops one there. E drops one there. All of your team is bubbled immediately. Instead, what do? You continue to hoard bubble because you are bubble hoarder. And then you die with free bubble. Imagine if you'd have dropped bubbles before your death so you continued to heal after you died. Share bubble. Share them. Also, stop kissing the fucking thing. You see that rocky exterior and you're like, I can save him. I can change him. He's not so hard on the inside, guys. I can make him better. I can soften him. He looks like a rock hard meanie, but I know if I just give him a smooch, he'll be better. So you keep running up, you keep slapping those lips onto that stony hide, and you know what you get every time? Sent to the spawn room. Stop kissing the fucking thing. He doesn't want it. He's just gonna throw you back to spawn. Should we give Crystal anxiety and watch them? Oh, they died. You're all fucking dead. I can't watch any of you. There you go. Did you win? No, you were the red team. I was gonna say, fuck you didn't win. I'm kidding. I was mean to Reaper because I know Reaper. I'm not normally this mean. Okay, Reaper, I mean, I feel like it's fairly obvious. You do a lot better than a lot of low elo Jeffs in terms of, like, moving around the map and trying to position in ways where you can both be aggressive and defensive. Your biggest thing is use bubbles and stop kissing the enemy tanks. Most Jeffs I watch kiss the allied tanks. They stand too close to our team and they'll kiss them right on their behind. But you say no. I don't want to kiss no friendly person. I want to go kiss the enemy tank right on his giant rocky fist. And you keep walking up to him and he keeps throwing you back to spawn. But you're determined and you won't take no for an answer. So you do it 2 or 3 more times and then you lose the game. Position further away from the enemy tank. Share your bubbles. And keep being a bad bitch. I don't know. Look at the penny damage. The penny is pretty damaged. Stats mean nothing. What do you want me to look at stats for? You had 60 KP. I'm very proud of you. Wait, I'm looking at the stats and I see 74 accuracy on Jeff. Strange, there's delay. You'll have to tell me at what point of the thing you were talking about. But yeah, you can pressure the enemy supports with Beam. Or with Aqua Burst free fights. Look at Kaiser's damage. Penny gets high damage. But yeah, Kaiser did really good. He had the most damage in the game on Penny. Like besides healing the team. Yeah, if you can get rid of the enemy support, you always should. If there is ever an option to kill enemy support or not kill enemy support, kill enemy support. The team will fall apart. Guys, it is almost 11 at night. I've been reviewing your gameplay for about 5 hours tonight. I think I deserve my little break. I think I deserve to sit in my chair and eat some snack. So I'm going to do that. I love you all very much. Go and watch today's YouTube video. And once you've watched today's video, go and watch the video before that because it did really badly. Alright? I love you all. Have a lovely evening. I'm going to go get some dinner. Smiley face. Should we see? Wait, before I leave, should we see if there's anyone to raid? Nope. The other Jeffies are offline. Alright. Fuck it. I'm going to end stream. I love you. Goodbye!